And we say good morning to you. We are broadcasting live, kicking off this brand new week. We're live, as you can see behind us, at Mike's Medicine Mart. Of course, the ball cap says the same thing, too. So we're here again working our way through a Monday, February the 12th, the birthday of, well, Abe Lincoln, of course, Lincoln's birthday on this day. And also musical entertainer Michael McDonald, the Doobie Brothers. In fact, they just had their song one here a few minutes ago. And what a fool believes, Michael McDonald having a birthday. Excuse me, 66 years old today here on this Monday, February the 12th, our 686th show. We're live here at Mike's Medicine Mart for the next 2 Mondays. We're back here next Monday as well, hanging out with Barry and Becky and all the folks here again at Mike's Medicine Mart. Make tracks to Mike's, and you do. There, you see right here behind us, that would be one of our pharmacists on the wall. That would be our buddy Kevin, Kevin Smith. And, of course, also we are with the one, the only, the Dr. Barry Walton a little bit later in the show as well. And also William Yarber will join us as well here today. So we're here live at Mike's Medicine Mart. Countdowns are on. We are 62 days away from the Food City 500 and 61 days away from the weekend of racing, Xfinity Series racing on that Saturday, April the 14th. Of course, again, as always, we'll tell you how you get your tickets from Bristol Motor Speedway, and there they are. Get them at any Food City. $50 adult tickets for the Food City 500. Kids tickets, 12 and under, only a $10 ticket. And you stop at any Food City. Of course, as we say all the time, we go to the front office for details. This Friday will be at Food City in Boones Creek. And every time you purchase a ticket from Food City for racing at Bristol Motor Speedway, get yourself 500 bonus value points. And again, that'll translate into 3 gas visits at 15 cents off a gallon per gas visit. Then if you use them on Wednesday, it's double. You get 30 cents off. Went in last night and got gas and got it for $2.24 because I got my 15 cents off a gallon. So if I'd have waited a Wednesday, I'd have got 30 cents off the gallon. Be down. It would have been under. Let me think here. Been 204. So, but I'll live at 224. It's okay. That'll work. So. That's a whole lot cheaper than other places around the country. We say good morning to you. We are ready to go. We always dedicate our show to the man who hung on the cross. Psalms 25, verses 4 and 5 are the verse of the day. Here's the verse of the day. Our verse says, it says, wait on me. I will show you my ways. I will teach you my paths. I will lead you in truth. I am the God of your salvation. That is the verse of the day, again, out of the book of Psalms, Psalms 25, verses 4 and 5. We are loaded for bear. We've got lots and lots of NASCAR to talk about. The Clash yesterday, the front row is set for this Sunday's Daytona 500, the 60th anniversary of the Great American Race. We have that to tell you all about, all kinds of NASCAR news. We've got college basketball, big weekend. They being the NCAA bracketology committees, kind of set a pseudo, I guess, for lack of a better term, what it would be if they started today as far as the bracketology and the regional number 1 seeds and so on and so forth. We'll tell you all about that. Got some baseball movement. Some of the free agents are beginning to sign up because most of the team, in fact, all the teams will report either tomorrow or Wednesday. Spring training is here for Major League Baseball, which is very exciting. Big college basketball and high school basketball segment coming up. Got some National Hockey League, got some college football news. All that straight ahead again here. Lady Vols got a big win yesterday. We'll tell you all about that in our college basketball segment. So lots going on here at Mike's Medicine Mart. So we got some giveaways, as we did last time we were here. Got some giveaways, and here's how you can win. Last time it was Renee McNeil of Elizabethton, so I'm not sure she's eligible this time. I think you got to wait. You got to wait for the following contest to try and win. But this is a product called Nature's Alchemy. This is retail for $24.95. This is really neat. This for if you want to enjoy essential oils. This pewter pendant. This would be great for Valentine's Day. Check this out. Somebody want to win this. This is for $24.95. And then going with that will be this Now Essential Oils. Naturally lovable. It's called Romance Blend. So we're going to give this away. This is a $40 value today. Again, the Now Essential Oils, it's an essential oil blend, which is a sweet floral citrus scent with the benefits of comforting and calming. And, of course, that goes right along with this. This comes with some pads here on the back. Here you see the price tag, price point $24.95. Right here are the pads, where the little tiny pads that go in here is what you do. You put the oil onto the pads and put the pads inside the pendant. And so you walk around and you have this sweet floral citrus scent with the benefits of comforting and calming. And all this is free. It is a $40 value. We'll give it away today. All you've got to do is simply like, share, or comment on the show to win it, and we'll give it away at the end of the show today. So how about that? A $40 value. Every time we come over here, we give something away. You jump all over it. So why would you not? If you're from out of town, you win it, we'll mail it to you. So Nature's Alchemy That's a diffuser pendant that goes around the neck just in time for the Day of Love, which is coming up in 2 days. We're going to have lots to talk about as far as Valentine's Day. This is your one-stop shop, for example. Here is, how about this? The old Charlie Brown Whitman's Chocolate Happy Valentine's Day. So we'll talk all about that. We've got Russell Stover. We've got Whitman's. We've got teas. We've even got a new smelly. I'm going to pop this out. Let me buy this myself. It's called Dusk. If it smells good, I made a snag it myself. It's called Dusk Cologne by Urban Urban Cowboy. That's pretty cool. That's pretty witty. I like that. So lots to talk about here at Valentine's Day, which is in 2 days, the Day of Love coming up here for Valentine's Day 2018. So again, all you've got to do is like, share, or comment on the Tom Taylor Sports Show Facebook page. Put yourself in the market to win this thing. And let's see. Hello, young lady. How are you? Last time 2 times ago, we won. The young lady from Churchill won. Last time it was Renee McNeil from Elizabethton. So who's going to be today? All you got to do is like, share, comment. We're going to give somebody a $40 gift just in time for Valentine's Day to use for yourself or to give it away as a Valentine's gift. First break, we'll take first segment coming up. Take a look at college basketball. William Yarber joins us coming up here in a little while as well. We're live again at Max Medicine Mart. Make tracks to Max on Center Street in Kingsport. We'll be right back right after this on show number 686 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show. At American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the 8 areas of your vehicle that takes constant continuing education is the air conditioner on your vehicle.
Well, you would think that AC would be a simple one, but it's getting to be a lot bigger than just AC. It's the management of the system, not just AC, but heat and everything. It's a lot more computer controlled than it used to be. It used to be just a little button on the dash that you pushed. Now there's all kinds of electronics involved in that. Braking systems used to be fairly simple. Now some of the newer vehicles, you have to have a computer to actually operate the braking system to make sure that it's okay after you've worked on it. Computer controlled of the engine is becoming very important. There's a lot to that. Each one of these areas, the technology is just tripled and quadrupled in the last few years. It's hard to keep up. You really need to stay in the books and know what's going on with them.
American Import and Auto Repair, Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111. Blue Lizard Australian sunscreen originated in Australia, where sunscreen standards are the strictest in the world. Although our products are now manufactured here in the U.S., we continue to adhere to the most stringent Australian standards to offer the best in broad-spectrum sun protection. Blue Lizard, the brand most recommended by pediatricians and dermatologists. Our smart bottle turns blue in the presence of UV rays, reminding you to cover up. You bring the sun, Blue Lizard brings the magic.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here, the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, we follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and Done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400, your one and done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
Any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Over 10 to choose from. Perfect for having the gang over to watch the big game, birthday parties, church get-togethers, backyard gatherings, everything from fruit trays to garden salad trays to nuggets and chicken strip trays. And for the sweet tooth, try the cinnamon cluster or chocolate chunk cookie tray. So you see, any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A at the Crossings in North Johnson City.
And we're back live again at Max Medicine Mart. Make tracks to Max. Natural Factors, 20% off the month of February here at Max Medicine Mart. Some of the factors would include folic acid, CoQ10, Stress Relax, the Tranquil Sleep Chewables. So if you're having a hard time going to sleep, they've got these Stress Relax Tranquil Sleep Chewables. Apple cider vinegar capsules, vitamin B12 under Natural Factors, all 20% off. Easy Iron, niacin tablets, vitamin C, calcium are just some of the products under the umbrella of Natural Factors. Again, no coupons, no limits. It's a flat 20% off anytime you buy Natural Factors in February. You can come in and buy some, for example, today, right now, come back tomorrow. It's a flat 20% off anything Natural Factors all month long here at Max Medicine Mart. Make tracks to Max, and you do, here on Center Street in Kingsport. It's the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We are live again, show number 686, as we're here broadcasting live again on this Monday, February the 12th. Rest of the week schedule tomorrow will be at Cherokee Barbershop, hanging out with the Gator Man. We'll be there tomorrow in South Johnson City. Wednesday, Chick-fil-A, the Crossings in Johnson City. Thursday will be at Champion Chevrolet, and then this coming Friday we will be, last Friday we were in Piney Flats, this Friday will be a Food City Friday in Boones Creek. So that'll be the schedule for this week as we work our way through the mid-February schedule. It's hard to believe. And so again, our countdown to NASCAR at the world's last great Coliseum, 61 days from today for the Xfinity Series. That, of course, be the Fitzgerald Glider Kits 300 and the Zombie Auto 150. Had a big race last night. We'll tell you all about that in the K&N Series. It was a bang-bang finish in Daytona, and that, of course, will get the K&N Series off and running for 2018. The next race, by the way, will be the Zombie Auto 150 coming to Bristol on April the 14th. So we'll tell you all about that. And then also the Food City 500. We are 62 days away from racing at the world's last great Coliseum for the NASCAR Monster Energy Cup Series with, again, the Food City 500 coming to town, and Jimmy Johnson defending his crown from a year ago. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and we are looking forward to being there. Again, be sure and like and share or comment to win a $40 gift coming up today. This is right here, again, compliments of Max Medicine Mart, Nature's Alchemy. This is a diffuser pendant. It is absolutely free. There you see the back of it. There's your price point, $24.95. We're going to give that away along with a bottle of Now Essential Oils, which is again, this is a sweet floral citrus scent with the benefits of comforting and calming, and this combined will be a $40 gift, perfect for Valentine's Day. We're going to give it away. All you've got to do is like, share, or comment. Hello, Jerry McNeil. Like, share, or comment to win, and that'll put yourself in the running to give this to somebody for Valentine's Day. We'll do it at the end of the day today, end of the show here, so you don't have a whole lot of time. So be sure and like, share, or comment. Say you're like the show, certainly share the show, comment the show, and then we'll put this in somebody's hand at the end of the day. Let's take a look at basketball. Our first segment here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We'll start with basketball, and we'll start off with the top 25 in men's college basketball. 3 yesterday. All 3 ranked teams on the road. All 3 teams won. Number 6, Cincinnati, the Bearcats, go to SMU and beat them by 24, 76-51. Cincinnati now 23-2 on the season. Then you have the 9th-ranked Duke Blue Devils. They go to Georgia Tech, beat the Ramblin' Wreck, struggling this year. They're 11-14. Duke runs a record of 20-5. The Dukies win it by 11, 80-69. And then 20th-ranked Michigan rolls in on the Big Ten matchup into Wisconsin, beat the Badgers in Wisconsin, 83-72. Michigan now 20th in the country, 20-7 on the year, and they with an 11-point win again at Michigan. I should say at Wisconsin, 83-72. Tonight, 2 good ones. The defending national college champion North Carolina Tar Heels, 21st ranked Heels at number 21 of the country at 19-7, playing host to Notre Dame at 15-10. And also tonight, the Mountaineers of West Virginia, 19th ranked Mounties in Morgantown at 18-7, playing host to Texas Christian at 17-8 in the Big 12. So 2 good ones tonight. 7 o'clock for the first one, Notre Dame at UNC at North Carolina Chapel Hill. Game 2 will be West Virginia, the Mountaineers, hosting TCU in Morgantown. So that's what you've got going on in top 25 college basketball. Hello to Renee McNeil. The selection committee's top 16 from yesterday, they sat down and said, here's how we would do this. The top 4 seeds, if we stopped and set the March Madness brackets today, here's how it went. Here's your top 4 seeds. This is all what ifs. Lots of basketball, obviously, between now and then. But it's just something for us radio folks or sports folks to talk. I keep saying radio. After 40 years, it's not radio. It's internet. and Facebook, but for us sports guys to talk about. So your top 4 seeds, if it started today, would be in the South, the Virginia Cavaliers. The East will be the Villanova Wildcats. Xavier will be the #1 seed in the Midwest, and Purdue will be the #1 seed in the West. So your top 4 in the seeds will be out of the South: Virginia, Cincinnati, Michigan State, and the Tennessee Volunteers. They're saying they're the #4 seed right now in the South if they stop today. In the East, #1 seed is Villanova. #2 seed would be Duke. #3 seed will be Texas Tech. And #4 seed would be the Buckeyes of Ohio State. These are what ifs. For the Midwest Regional, your #1, if it started today, would be Xavier. #2 seed will be Auburn. #3 would be Clemson. And #4 would be the Sooners of Oklahoma. And then in the West Regional, the #1 team, if it started today, would be Purdue. Your #2 team would be, out of the West, the Jayhawks of Kansas. North Carolina, the defending national champions, will be 3rd in the West. And Arizona, the Wildcats, will be the 4th seed in the West. Again, all if they started today. And, of course, they don't. College basketball tonight got some good ones going on. Oh, boy, it's going to be a dandy. 17th consecutive win up for grabs for the Buccaneers, trying to make basketball history, going for the 17th consecutive victory, something no East Tennessee State men's team has ever done. They'll do it tonight on the road to the Greensboro Coliseum. East Tennessee State, 22-4 overall. They've won 20 of the last 21 games, 13-0 in the Southern Conference. That's good for a 2.5-game lead over the team they're playing tonight, UNC Greensboro. They'll play that one again in North Carolina. The Bucks tied the 2003-2004 team school record of 16 victories in a row by beating VMI Saturday. And so, thanks to St. Mary's losing to Gonzaga late Saturday, East Tennessee State has the longest active winning streak for men's basketball right now in the country. No other team on any level, Division I basketball, has a record consecutive wins right now, as does the Buccaneers of East Tennessee State, which is pretty cool. The Spartans, by the way, 19-6 overall, 10-2 in the SoCon. They're 13-1 at home this year. They play the Greensboro Coliseum, where they're averaging, place seats 23,000. It's like nobody's there because they're not. They're averaging 2,200 fans a game in a 23,000 seat arena. So it's going to be like nobody's going to be there unless they have a bigger crowd. So that'll be happening coming up tonight. And, of course, they've got a little string of their own going on. The UNC Greensboro team, they have, let me see what they've got. This is all compliments of the Johnson City Press and our buddy Joe Vento's article. Got to give him props on this. Spartans have plenty to play for. They are going for their 2nd consecutive 20-win season. They've already played once this season at Freedom Hall, Johnson City. Bucks got them there 68-58. Since then, UNC Greensboro, they've been red hot. They've won 8 out of the last 9 games. So going to be interesting. It'll be tonight at 7 o'clock. Again, that'll be happening, as we said, in the Greensboro Coliseum in Greensboro, North Carolina. Hello, Jerry Keller. Thank you, my friend, for watching the show. We appreciate that very much. Be sure and like and share. And since you have already popped up, you're in the running, of course, for this pendant. It's Nature's Alchemy. It's a diffuser pendant for the enjoyment of essential oils and perfumes, perfect for Valentine's Day. See the big heart, $24.95 value. Throw that in with this bottle of Now oil. This essential oil is going to give this away here on the show today. Together, this is a $40 value. All you've got to do is like, share, a comment to win, and we'll give it away at the end of the show. And somebody's going to win it. Might as well be you, but you got to like, share, or comment on the show. And so far, Jerry and Renee have, and Jerry Keller has. So we encourage you to do the same. Lady Vols drill 18th ranked Georgia for their 4th win in a row. Mercedes Russell reached a milestone, was on the verge of another yesterday in the number 11 Tennessee women's basketball win, 62-46 dominating win over number 18 Georgia in Knoxville. Russell scored 13 points, leaving her only one shy of 1,500 for her career, and grabbed 15 rebounds, making her the 6th Lady Vol ever to reach 1,000 rebounds in her career. Jamie Nard led the Lady Vols, who've won 4 straight with 15 points. Mimi Jackson added 11. Tennessee now 21-4 overall and 9-3 in the Southeastern Conference for the Lady Vols of Holly Warlick. So good luck to the Lady Vols as they continue to march through the Southeastern Conference regular season schedule. Good news out of Crockett High School in the local scene. Our buddy Josh Kite has been reinstated as the athletic director. Again, he was suspended after accusations obviously proving to be false by then football coach Gerald Sensabaugh. Sensabaugh accused Kite of coming to work under the influence of oxycodone, a prescription drug, of course. Sensabaugh said Kite offered him pills Washington County Director of Schools Kimber Halliburton said at the time there was no evidence to support his accusations. An independent investigation was launched by the law firm of Inslee, Baker, and Shade. The investigators determined the allegations about Kite unsubstantiated and recommended the return of Kite to his position as Crockett's athletic director, and he went back to work today, which is good news for Josh Kite. So he's been cleared. He's back as the athletic director now at Crockett High School. High school basketball tournament time starts this week. It'll start tonight in the AAA. We'll get to that in just a second. There are some regular season games going on tonight. Greenville at Sullivan Central. Tri-Cities Christian will be in Johnson City to battle University High. Hampton at Chucky Doak. Cloudland at Providence Academy. And North Green will be up the road here in Kingsport taking on the Golden Raiders of Sullivan North. District 1 AAA tournament for the boys starts tonight. Cherokee and Volunteer in the play-in game at 7:30 for the bragging rights, of course, of Hawkins County. Cherokee and Volunteer, winner moves on, losers eliminated. And then in the Class 1 Cumberland District Tournament going on in Southwest Virginia, first round today. Number 4, Thomas Walker takes on number 5, Castlewood at 7 o'clock. I would assume the flooding, a lot of the schools are closed in Southwest Virginia. I would assume that they're playing these games today, although I know Scott County schools are out today because of the flooding, and Rye Cove is playing Twin Springs 2 Scott County schools, playing at the Virginia Wise Pryor Convention Center. Number 3 seed Rye Cove, number 6 seed in the boys Twin Springs, scheduled to play at 8:30 tonight in boys basketball. Everything else gets cranked up tomorrow and Wednesday. On the girls' side, same, Greenville at Sullivan Central, Tri-Cities Christians ladies at University High, Hampton at Chucky Doak, Cloudland at Providence Academy, and the Sullivan North Lady Golden Raiders of Chris Sally playing host to North Green tonight. Girls playing the District 1 AAA tournament at Crockett at 6 o'clock. The Lady Pioneers of Crockett taking on the Lady Falcons Volunteer. That gets started tonight at Crockett High School in the AAA tournament. The Class 2 Mountain 7 District tournament for the ladies, first round today. It'll be number 6 John Battle at number 2 Abington for the Lady Falcons. That's a 6 o'clock tip-off. Number 7 Lehigh will be at number 2 Ridgeview tonight at 6. And number 5 Union will be at number 4 Gate City to play the Lady Blue Devils at 7 o'clock tonight. All that in the Class 2 Mountain 7 District tournament, first round action. And in the Class 1 Cumberland District tournament at UVA Wise, again, the ladies of Twin Springs will take on Thomas Walker, 4 versus a 5 seed at 4 o'clock. And the number 3 seed J.I. Burton takes on the number 6 seed, the ladies of Castlewood, at 5:30 this afternoon. Again, winners move on and losers are eliminated. So lots going on. The Buccaneers of East Tennessee State trying to set a school record, again, with the opportunity tonight to head over to UNC Greensboro and go for their 17th consecutive win for the Buccaneers of East Tennessee State. Before we take a break, NBA from last night. Cleveland righted the ship pretty quickly after the big trading deadline on Thursday. Got some new bodies in there, a new chemistry, if you will. They promptly went into Boston yesterday and beat them by 22, 121-99. Big win for the Cavs, who are now 33-22 on the season. Toronto wins by 10 at Charlotte yesterday. Hawks a 3-point winner at home over Detroit. Indiana an 8-point winner over the Knicks in Indiana. Minnesota, the Timberwolves win by 5 at home against Sacramento. Houston at home with a 7-point win over the Dallas Mavericks. Also yesterday in the NBA, Oklahoma City 18-point win at home over Memphis. And Utah, the Jazz go into Portland to battle the Trailblazers and beat them by 19, 115-96. Tonight, NBA action goes as follows. The Knicks will be in Philadelphia, New Orleans at Detroit, the Clippers in Brooklyn, Orlando takes on the Bulls in Chicago, the San Antonio Spurs, my boys, at Utah. San Antonio 35-22. They'll be in Utah to battle the Jazz at a 500 ball club at 28-28, and the defending world champion Golden State Warriors at 43-13 at home tonight against the Phoenix Suns. And that's what's going on again tonight in the NBA. And so you've been covered up with college basketball. We've covered you in high school basketball, and we've taken care, of course, of the NBA. We're live at Max Medicine Mart. Special Valentine's gift giveaway we got going on. Nature's Alchemy Diffuser Pendant retails for $24.95. Giving that away today, along with the Now Essential Oils little 1-ounce bottle. This is a sweet floral citrus scent with the benefits of comforting and calming, so you can't beat that. Hello, Roy Head. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate you very much. There's another one's just throwing his name in the hat to win this. If you live out of town, we'll ship it to you. If you win it local, you can come by and pick it up. So, of course, February is Heart Health Month, and so we got some Valentine's gift giving ideas as well. Here is one before we go to the break. For under $10, there you see the price point. Here is some Russell Stover, handcrafted in small batches, sea salt pecan delights. This is the Russell Stover candy. what I say it was? There you go. Sea Salt Pecan Delights for $9.99. Less than $10 for this box of chocolates, as Forrest Gump says, for Valentine's 2018. Coming up on Wednesday, you also have, here's the Russell Stover champagne flavored chocolates. How about that? You think for that right there, what do you think? 10, 12, 15 bucks? No. Check this out. $4.99, less than $5 for the champagne flavored chocolates here at Mike's Medicine Mart by Russell Stover for Valentine's Day 2018. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. Hello, William Cox. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate you watching the show. So the Buccaneers of East Tennessee State going after the 17th straight tonight at UNC Greensboro. So good luck to Steve Forbes and the Buccaneer basketball team. So that's pretty strong. And again, as we said earlier, they set the bracketology folks set the proverbial top 4 seeds heading into the tournament. If they play today, it would be Virginia out of the South, Villanova out of the East, Xavier out of the Midwest, and Purdue out of the West. That's the 4 teams the NCAA bracketology folks would say would be your top 4. Interestingly enough, Tennessee, if we started today, Tennessee would go in the South region as the number 4 seed. In fact, there's been talk, and there's a lot of what is way down the road, but there's been talk designing up this bracketology for March Madness coming up next month in college basketball. One of the what-ifs showed Tennessee taking on East Tennessee State. That'd be cool. That'd be a real... Yep, Cherry Keller says, go Bucks. You better believe it. Go Bucks. Man, that is cool. 17th win in a row. It is trying to set a school record for most wins in the history of East Tennessee State men's basketball. We had the privilege of calling the Buccaneers 2 different times on the radio back in the day for... Ed DeChellis' ball club back when he was the head coach at East Tennessee State, and prior to that, we were the basketball coach or play-by-play for Barry Dowd. In fact, we were on the plane crash, and so back in '84. So we've called the Bucks twice. So we can tell you it's been a long time coming to get to this point. Trying to say school record 17 wins. We're all about it. Go Bucks tonight. 7 o'clock tip-off from the Greensboro Coliseum in Greensboro, North Carolina. We are live at Mike's Medicine Mart. Tomorrow we'll be at Cherokee Barbershop, South Johnson City. Wednesday we'll be at Chick-fil-A, the Crossings in Johnson City. On Thursday we'll be at Champion Chevrolet. And on Friday this week, this time around, we've been to Volunteer Parkway, been to Elizabethton, been to Piney Flats, and this Friday we'll be at Food City in Boones Creek. So we'll be there hanging out. And so you still go... I can't read that. Oh, no, I do not. Hello, William. Nope, I do not. So, anyway, we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back, and we'll check in. We'll get William Yarbrough over here, talk a little bit about Mike's Medicine Mart. Coming up, we got NASCAR. How about it? The number 88 car, Dale Earnhardt Jr., he retires, and the guy who took his place scorches the field. He sits on the front row. He sits on the pole for this coming Sunday, 60th running of the Great American Race, the Daytona 500. We're talking about Alex Bowman. On that front row right with him is Denny Hamlin. So those two are set, ready to go. But there's a lot of racing left to determine the start of the Daytona 500 between now and Sunday afternoon. That would include the Can-Am Duels, which will be coming up Thursday night. We'll tell you all about that. Of course, yesterday in the Clash, it was Penske out of the gate. Brad Keselowski and Joey Logano smoking the field yesterday. We'll talk all about that in the NASCAR segment a little bit later on. Also coming up in a few minutes, we'll check in with Rob Cole from Bays Mountain Park. Also, Dana Whiteside joins us. Got to tell you, our guest, Dana Whiteside, joins us at the top of the hour talking NBA basketball. We got him back on board as our NBA kind of correspondent. What's happening in the NBA and the Cavaliers and the Celtics and Golden State, what all's going on in the NBA. Also, we'll be checking in with a young lady who just got named the Coach of the Year in the Appalachian Athletic Conference. That would be Kelly Essler. So we're going to talk to her coming up here in just a few minutes. We'll take a quick break. In fact, we'll talk to her next. We're live here at Mike's Medicine Mart, show number 686. We're sitting right here on a beautiful Monday, Lincoln's birthday, in Kingsport, Tennessee, on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at fca.org.
Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City is starting off 2018 with monstrous savings on over 350 new Chevrolets to choose from. Take advantage of these awesome savings for a limited time only. Silverado Crew and Double Cabs, $10,000 off MSRP. 17 Spark, $11,995. 18 Equinox, $19,995. 17 Traverse, $28,995. 17 Corvette, 20% off MSRP. Shop us online 24/7 and don't forget our Saturday parts and service hours. Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City, where we leave you asking, how do they do that?
The savings continue in the month of February at Max Medicine Mart in Kingsport. All natural factors 20% off. Folic acid, CoQ10, apple cider vinegar capsules, B12. They're all on sale. Anything natural factors, all 20% off the month of February at Max Medicine Mart. No coupons, no limits. It's a flat 20% off anytime you buy natural factors in February at Max Medicine Mart. Max Medicine Mart, Center Street, Kingsport. Natural factors 20% off in February. Make tracks to Max Medicine Mart.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
Your life is always changing. You never know what shape it will take, or how your financial needs might change. But if we talk about your investments and how they can provide for you and your family, the future becomes clear. At Wells Fargo Advisors, we believe conversation leads to financial clarity. Let's start a conversation today.
And we're back with the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Let's go to the phone. She's there with us, the very proud, very happy, very ecstatic, as well she should be, swim coach from Milligan College, Kelly Essler. Kelly, good morning, young lady. First off, congratulations. You had a heck of a weekend this weekend.
Thank you so much. Good morning to you as well. We did have a good weekend, yes.
Yes, let's talk about it. Of course, it was right down the road here at the Kingsport Aquatic Center, and so freshman of the year, you were crowned coach of the year, and the Milligan swim team racked up. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so we actually had some very unexpected results even on my side. I didn't know that we would hit the mark that we did. The big point was our girls moved from second to last place last year to third place in the conference this year. We beat out some big teams. Like you said, Margaret Halloran, she's a freshman here at Milligan. She ended up getting the conference title in the 500 free and the mile. Not only did she win those, but she smashed the meet records completely. She broke the meet record in the mile by 20 seconds, and she broke the meet record in the 500 by 6 seconds. And with those swims, and she placed second in the 400 IM. And she ended up getting Freshman of the Year and Swimmer of the Meet, Swimmer of the Year. So, I mean, it was fantastic. And so that should move her up in the national rankings quite a bit. So we're really gearing up for nationals, and we had a lot of kids get national cuts. We had 20 national cuts made this weekend alone. And so we're going to end up taking a lot more kids to nationals than I originally anticipated. So
which is a happy problem to have, which is the NAI Swimming and Diving National Championships in Columbus, Georgia, coming up on February the 28th in a couple of weeks, running through Saturday, March the 3rd. So besides the fact you're a heck of a coach, what do you attribute to this not overnight success? It's been a long time coming, but it seems like it's happened pretty quick. What do you attribute the success to your swim team besides the fact that you're a great coach, obviously being named Coach of the Year?
Well, no, my kids, I mean, I've recruited the right kind of kids. They're very hard workers. A lot of them put in extra time. I got a lot of support from my coaching staff here at Milligan. Marshall Hardy's running the weightlifting program. I think that has a lot to do with their strength and conditioning. A lot of the kids coming out of high school are used to, hard swim practices and maybe some hard dry lands, but they're not used to hard weightlifting regimens. We've also had Shane Beer here working with them, who's actually my personal trainer. He's come in to work with them with flexibility and different power movements. I think that was a huge help as well. The kids were geared up. They knew what the goal was. They knew that the goal was to get top 3 in conference in the next 3 years. They didn't expect that it would happen in this year. But they really started rolling. It's the kids. They have the right mindset and they want to win. They want to move Milligan's program up in the nation. And now that they're seeing those results, I mean, they're going to do great at nationals. I have no doubt. So.
We're talking to Kelly Essler again. She's with us live, the Milligan swim coach. So, in basketball, it's North Carolina. It's football, it's Alabama. So for NAIA swimming, who is the team that everybody wants to knock off? Who's the powerhouse in swimming in NAIA?
SCAD and Albert Nazarene. Those are the 2 top dogs right now. They're bringing probably 40 to 50 kids to nationals. They're insane. So.
That's who you're going after, and so that it all starts coming up on the 28th of February. I know you're out there recruiting for next year already, so are you looking at kids? And I know you look at local kids as well as kids out of town, so how's recruiting going right now?
Yeah, we're looking at more local kids than I have last year. Signed a couple of those and a couple from far away. We just signed, we got a commitment from South Carolina yesterday, and we've got one from Arizona. We've got one from Science Hill, Megan Gay. That was a good sign for us. So far we've signed 6 total kids, 3 boys, 3 girls, and I'm looking for 2 more. I think I will fill that men's spot within the next week, and then I'm still looking for 1 more girl that I think will fit the team well. So if I can get those, then I'll be hitting around 28 total kids, which is what I started with at the beginning of this year. And that puts us at a solid, competitive stance for conference. So.
That's awesome. Kelly, great job. I know you're elated. You can tell you hear it through the phone. You should be. Your kids have worked hard. It's not over yet. You're named Coach of the Year. And, again, your freshman, Margaret Halloran, is named Freshman of the Year, was named the Swimmer of the Year, the ACC, the Appalachian Athletic Conference. So I said ACC, the AAC, the Appalachian Athletic Conference. So I know you're very excited, as well you should be. And, hey, we'll talk to you again real soon, all right?
Sounds good. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, yeah, she's awesome. Kelly Essler, again, the Coach of the Year, again, the AAC. That is awesome. And so congratulations to Kelly, and a great job this weekend with the Milligan swim team. As, again, she won Freshman of the Year, Margaret Halloran, and, again, the Coach of the Year, Kelly Essler from Milligan College. And so, wow. Out of the 19 races that feature Milligan swimmers, 18 of them consist of dropping their times, their personal times, and school records as well. So, in fact, Milligan dropped time in 105 races, earned 20 national cuts, broke 6 school records, achieved 8 top 3 times, and swam to 40 personal best. You can't beat that. Well, you could, but that's pretty strong. Hello to Susie Bishop. Susie Bishop, again, we are giving away today. All you got to do is like and share that you say you like and share the show, and here it is. It's a Nature's Alchemy. This is a diffuser pendant you wear around your neck just in time for Valentine's Day. Here's the retail price for giving this puppy away for $24.95. And also you throw right in with that a bottle, 1 ounce bottle of the, I got it backwards. There it is, the Now Naturally Lovable Romance Blend. This is a sweet floral citrus scent with the benefits of comforting and calming. So If you like, share, and comment the show, and you have been right here, we appreciate that already. Folks are doing that. Then we're going to give this away to somebody. It's a $40 value just in time for Valentine's Day. We'll give that away at the end of the show today. So you have a little while to say, William Cox says I look like Scott Hamilton. Okay, if you say so. Scott Hamilton. And he the swimmer, or is he the ice skater? He's the ice skater. Okay. That's a new one. I've never heard I looked like Scott Hamilton, but that's okay. If that's what he thinks, that's cool. We've got some baseball news coming up. Speaking of, William Yarber joins us next as well, but we get William set and ready to go. How about a little update on what's going on with us starting March the 13th right here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show Facebook page. I'm with head baseball coach Ryan, president of the Elizabethton Cyclones. And, Coach, we're very excited, my friend. We're getting ready to double the coverage of Cyclone baseball this year. I'm very excited.
Yeah, I'm excited, too. I think it's a big step for our program. We really believe that getting out there what our kids do and letting the community know what we're doing and what we're up to is very important. The weather can be bad in the spring, and it doesn't matter to us if the weather's bad. We're going to play. We've played in snow. We don't really care about that. But watching baseball in the snow is pretty tough. So I think it's a really good opportunity for our fans to keep up with us. And really, we've got a lot of fans that live in different states. And I think you saw that from the coverage last year. People in all different parts of the country and in the world watching and listening to Cyclone baseball. So we're excited about the opportunity.
Absolutely. And, of course, it all starts March the 13th against Sullivan Central. We got some great games lined up. And, hey, this year we're taking out on the road doing some games. Most of the games at Twin Stadium, but we are going to be on the road this year, some big conference games too.
Absolutely. You look early on, us at East, we battled last year with East, and a lot of the same players back on both sides of the field this year. So we're going to be battling with the East early on, and game at Happy Valley, obviously big in-county rivalry. That's also a conference tilt for us, and then going on the road down to Smoky Stadium. We're going to be playing Pigeon Forge in Jefferson County. Jefferson County goes to the state tournament last year in 3A. We actually beat them last year, which was big for us. And just trying to expand what we're doing here with the program, and this is a big part of it, and we appreciate you coming on board.
Oh, absolutely. Love it, love it, love it. And, of course, it takes sponsorship to make it go, to drive the bus, if you will. And so you've lined up some great sponsors. Tell us some of the folks that are going to be helping out with the broadcast this year. We're
going to be headlined by Chick-fil-A. So they're going to be our headline sponsor for the season. Game night sponsors actually got Carter County Bank and Appalachian Community Federal Credit Union. Physical therapy services from here in town. Tri-Cities Health is a great little outfit over on the edge of town between Elizabethton and Johnson City. Just super folks. Blackburn Children's in Stegall over in Johnson City. And we've even got Elizabethton High School Fellowship of Christian Athletes is coming on board. We're really happy to partner with them. They do a lot of great things here in the community and in the school.
It all starts March 13th. Again, it's going to be the Sullivan Central Cougars, our first one. First pitch at 7 o'clock on March 13th. It'll be here before you know it. Coach, what's the phrase that pays? What are we supposed to say? Cyclone?
Cyclone pride. Something to live by, Tom.
Cyclone pride. Something to live by. We'll see you March 13th. Again, looking forward to bringing Cyclone baseball right here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show Facebook page. With thanks to Coach Ryan, President will be ready to go on March the 13th with Elizabethton Cyclone baseball. Looking forward to that. Let's go right now. We don't need to see me. We get to see him. There he is, our buddy William Yarber. Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic.
Awesome.
Natural Factors.
Yeah.
20% off. You got a little show and tell. Look into the camera and sell some product, would you please?
Yeah, right on. Yeah, so this is a very recognized product from Natural Factors. It is their BioSteel product. So it's pretty much a mineral supplement for the hair, skin, nails, the joints, the bones. Like, it pretty much does it all. I take this myself. It's great for anybody that's doing sports. It helps with like joint pain, helps kind of put the collagen back in your body. So that's kind of its primary purpose, is it mineralizes your body to produce its own collagen again. So that's your bones, your joints, all that stuff. Anybody that works out or plays sports, highly recommend this product of theirs. It's great. It's kind of a nationwide thing. You see it lots of times in ads and things in magazines, but I've used it for a long time, and I can tell a huge difference. Mostly my knees and my elbows, like the joints feel a little smooth. So it's definitely a great product.
20% off. All right. What's next?
That one actually, the 30 count retails for $19.95, so it's kind of a little trial size. You can try it out, see how it works for you.
Now, I'm going to put this up on the screen. I want you to promote this product right here. We're giving this puppy away today. It's a 24. I've been telling them about it. Folks are already responding. We appreciate that. $24.95 for this Nature's Alchemy. Is that right?
Yeah,
the keys pendant?
It is.
Tell me about this, would you please?
So yeah, it's just like a diffuser you can take along with you anywhere you want to go. there's like these little foam pads that you add your favorite essential oils to, clips into the locket, and as you walk, it wafts into it. So all those little holes in the locket, it just kind of allows the air to pass through there. And those have lots of functions. We have a few people that work in the school systems that use those. They'll put some antiviral oils in there, and they claim it's kept them from getting sick, through school seasons, flu seasons. So that's multi-use. You can give it a function, or if you just want a particular smell in it too. So it don't have to have a function. But yeah, that's a great product. We have different styles and things, but yeah, we thought for Valentine's Day the heart would be a cool one.
We're giving that away coming up here between now and the end of the show. All you got to do is like, share, comment to win. We got folks already doing that, and we appreciate that.
Yeah.
All right, up next, what we got?
Another Natural Factors product. That is their men's multivitamin. Very good, clean product. All their stuff is made from non-GMO products. It's all food-based. You absorb a lot more of plant-based nutrition versus synthetic. So there's completely food-based. It's a great multivitamin. It's 2 a day. A lot of people don't like that, but there are a lot of advantages to taking 2 a day multivitamins. Your body gets a better chance to absorb everything versus trying to get it all in one concentrated tablet. So I have a lot of patients that use that, and they can tell a huge difference just swapping from a 1 a day to a 2 a day.
There you go. It's show and tell time with William Yarber. Again, all this is 20% off. Again, no coupons, no limits. It's a flat 20% off anytime, all month long. You buy Natural Factors here in the month of February at Mike's Meadows and Mart.
Oh, yeah.
All right, up next.
So next, I thought we would talk about alternate flu remedies.
Okay.
Everybody knows about elderberry and acetylcosneum, so we thought we would, shed light on some other things we carry here. This is called Umka Cold Care.
Umka.
It's a Nature's Way product, so you probably recognize the brand from the elderberry syrup. But they also have another huge range of products that says cold care on it, but you can actually use it as a preventative. And after you've already gotten sick, it actually helps reduce the duration and severity of it. So it's a great product. I've used that plenty of times, getting the sniffles around here. Use it for a couple of days, it knocks it out great. So it's a great product.
All right.
This is their System Well product. What it is designed for is boosting the immune system prior to getting sick. So we try to educate people and tell our patients to try to keep your immune system at a heightened level this time of year. Don't wait till you actually get sick. It's a lot better for duration and severity if you already have a high immune system.
Kind of head it off before it gets going.
Yeah.
There you go. All right.
So that's another good one. And this one is a Sovereign Silver. And silver can be used anywhere from immune system to scrapes, burns, cuts. It can even be used for skin irritations, dermatitis, dandruff. So hundreds of uses, but immune system boosting is a great one. That can be taken orally. It's just silver ionized pharmaceutical grade water. So it's a really clean product, no allergens, no interactions. Great immune system booster.
There you go.
2 more. This one's from Gaia Herbs. It's their new mushroom line. That one specifically is to target the immune system. So another great way that you can boost your immune system. Just different source. They do a really great job with their mushroom products. We have a whole line of them. Each one has a different function behind it. But that is the immune system one. It's really great. We've got a lot of patients that swear by that one.
All right.
Another one from Gaia is their Quick Defense. And that's pretty popular. I'm sure a lot of people recognize that. But that has kind of a dual function. You can use that as a preventive, but you can actually use it also after you've gotten sick to help with duration and severity as well. So it's just a concentrated echinacea, which is really great for just immune boosting and getting rid of colds, coughs,
Okay.
flu, whole 9 yards.
Hello, Renee McNeil over in Elizabethton, Tennessee. Hope you're doing well this morning. We're talking to our buddy William Yarber from Mike's Meadows and Mart. So, I guess what we want to do now is we're got a NASCAR segment coming up here in a few minutes. Rob Cole joins us coming up from Bays Mountain Park here in a few minutes. See what's going on up on the mountain. But we've got the Day of Love. So let's start with the teddy bear.
Oh, the teddy bear.
Hand me that one. I'll be your Vanna. This is Whitman's Assorted Chocolates. Tell me about this product. It's kind of self-explanatory, but
yeah, it's just a cool little twist on some Valentine's Day stuff. We've got quite a large array, but that one's kind of cool. You get a free little stuffed teddy bear with your chocolate. So we all know somebody that would love one of those.
Trying to see the price point. And it is.
I don't have that one tagged.
No, could be free today. I don't. It's not free, but no, I don't think Barry's supposed to let it go for free. Becky say no, it ain't free. But anyway, it's neat. Little teddy bear with Whitman's Assortment sort of chocolates. All right, there's one.
So we got some Republic of teas. We all up on the teas at Max. We have a lot of them, but we actually have some that fits into Valentine's Day.
Get passionate. There you go.
Yeah, that one's actually for the libido system. So.
All right, and then this one's
then
called
Get Heart.
It's
It's also Heart Awareness Month, heart health. So that one's actually targeted for heart health, but it says get heart in its red containers. It's a cool little Valentine's Day thing as well.
So 3 dozen tea bags for your price point is?
It should be $9.05.
Yep. So 36 tea bags for $10 basically. Here's one.
Yeah, it's a strawberry and chocolate.
Strawberry chocolate, cup of chocolate tea, the Republic tea, strawberry chocolate. These are bags, correct?
They are bags, yeah. They've got a whole line of their little, they call it cake teas. So that's strawberry chocolate cake flavor.
And they're caffeine free, it says.
Yeah.
So there you go. These are available at Max Medicine Mart. Coming up, we're going to talk to Rob Cole. Got some NASCAR. We're going to talk big weekend of racing coming up. This is cool. The Dancing Leaves mug. Now tell me about this.
Those are cool, yeah. That's something we get directly from Republic of Tea. It has a little mesh cup in there for your loose tea, so you don't have to use tea bags if you don't want to. You can kind of make your own little blends. So it's kind of a cool thing. And you get the little lid on there to kind of throw it on top as it steeps. Cool, neat little product. It's kind of all in one thing.
Yeah, so that's another gift-giving idea for Valentine's Day. Then for the guys.
For the guys, yeah.
Everman Jack. I like it.
Good stuff, yeah.
Everman Jack shaving cream.
Yeah,
How about that?
Became a good seller for us. We brought in when we opened up the home men's Caroline, and Everyman Jack and Urban Cowboys kind of been the two go-tos that have been really good sellers. Good clean products are just all natural, target towards men. There's a lot of all natural products that are kind of target toward the female market, but there's a few that's doing a really good job with the male stuff.
Price point on that, by the way, is $6.25 for the shaving cream. Again, Real Man Jack. I like saying that. It's got a growl. Then you got, this is the Urban Cowboy Dusk. This is a cologne.
Yeah, completely essential oil based, no synthetic fragrances. So we have a lot of people that it actually bothers them, synthetic fragrances and smells. And then if you just don't like to put it on, full of chemicals and other things. So that's just a great all-natural cologne that you can wear on a daily basis. It's good. I've got it in my cupboard. I'll wear it every now and then.
Do you really?
I do, yeah.
A little splash it on.
Yeah.
Chick magnet. Chicks go nuts over this guy. Okay. So here's Happy Valentine's Day. There it is with Snoopy and Charlie Brown. There we go.
Yeah.
That's kind of obvious with Whitman's chocolates. So there, that one goes for a price point is, I don't know.
Tag must have fell off.
Tag fell off, yep.
Somewhere, yeah.
So I know this one is $9.99. This is Sea Salt Pecan Delights by Russell Stover Candy. So we're giving you, why are we doing this? The obvious. It's Valentine's Day in a couple of days. So if you, typically most guys wait to the last minute. So don't do that, because here's where you can stop and get everything you need. Russell Stover, $9.99 Sea Salt Pecan Delights. And give me one more here before we go to the break. Here is this is the Pang Burns of Texas candies, Millionaires, pecans and honey caramel and milk chocolate, a 12-piece collection. There you go. Ladies love chocolates, and this goes for $20, $15, nope, $11.99. Look there. How about that? That's a great, less than $12 for this big old heart of candy called Pang Burns of Texas Millionaire Candies. There you go. Those are some of the things going on here again at Max Medicine Mart. So again, one more time, we're giving this away, the Nature Alchemy diffuser pendant, $24.95. You see it right there. We're going to give it away coming up here in a little while, and going right along with it is a little bottle of Now Essential Oils, naturally lovable romance blend. So somebody's going to be a happy camper to get this.
Yeah, definitely.
$40 value, just going to give it away to somebody. Can't beat that. All you got to do is like, share, and comment on the show to win, and we'll give it away coming up here in a little while. All right? Good job, Mr. Yarber, as always. Funny part about this, it took me forever to get the guy on the show. I don't think I want to do this, and now I get him on the show, and the guy is smoking it. He does a great job, and we appreciate him very much, our buddy William Yarber. So you want to come back in a little while, you can.
Yeah, sure.
It depends how things roll here for the rest of the show. So good job, as always.
Oh, yeah. Thank
you. Our buddy William Yarber, good guy. Made a new friend over here. He does a great job. Quick break. We'll be right back. We are live here at Max Medicine Mart. Make tracks to Max. And again, coming up next, we'll check in with our buddy Rob Cole from Bays Mountain Park. See what's going on up on the mountain. Also, the Cubs. The Cubs did it. Cubs went out and got themselves a baseball player, obviously. And also yesterday in the PGA Tour over the weekend, the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am, young man Ted Potter. You talking about a success story. Ted Potter, again, 6 top 10 finishes on the PGA Tour ever. 6 top 10 ever. He's won one time on the PGA Tour. He held off course, the guy went in as the favorite to win it, Dustin Johnson. His 84th career start on the PGA Tour. His only tour victory came in White Sulphur Springs, West Virginia, the 2012 Greenbrier Classic. And he has only 9 top 10 finishes on the PGA Tour since that season. This guy came out of nowhere. Ted Potter Jr. winning the AT&T Pebble Pro-Am. And so won it by 3 strokes. So congratulations to Ted Potter Jr. This week, golfers head off to the Genesis Open and at the Riviera Country Club in California. The Honda Classic coming up at the end of the month, and then won't be that far away to the Masters. So that's coming up again very soon. We'll get Rob Cole to see what he's got to say about the Cubs in the division where his beloved Cardinals are, picking up over the weekend Yu Darvish. That's huge in Major League Baseball. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. We've got him coming up next. We call him the Hammer. Rob Cole, Bays Mountain Park. And don't forget, get you some, where is it? This is right here. I may tell Mrs. Cole get this to Rob for Valentine's Day. Every Man Jack face lotion. Shiver me timbers, Olive. We'll be right back. We'll talk to Cole next on the Tom Dover Sports Show. At American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the things that owner Tim Smith is most proud of is their hard-earned certifications.
We are an ASE Blue Seal shop, which is important because what it tells the customer is we care enough to get certified, not in one certain area of cars. You have to be certified in 8 different certifications, in 8 different tests you have to take, and you have to be updated on them yearly to make sure that you're up to date. We not only have one of those, we have 3 ASE master technicians here. With the ratio, it goes into a ratio, and we're a Blue Seal shop, so it tells you that we care about training and we care about knowing about your car. We want to help fix it right.
American Import and Auto Repair, West Market Street, Johnson City, home of the free loaner car program. Open 6 days a week. Call today, 913-3111.
Hi, I'm Rob Cole with Bays Mountain Park. There's something for everyone at Bays Mountain Park. Whether you're an outdoor enthusiast or simply looking to get away and relax, Bays Mountain Park in Kingsport, Tennessee is the perfect destination. For only $4 per vehicle, enjoy 3,500 acres of breathtaking scenery, featuring 40 miles of hiking trails, wildlife habitat, one of the Southeast's premier planetariums, and much, much more. For more information, please visit www.baysmountain.com or call us at 423-229-9447. Bays Mountain Park, one of the Tri-City's best places for learning, leisure, and recreation.
If you're catching some waves or just playing in the yard, it is important to protect yourself. You may not feel the sun's heat, but UV rays can still damage your skin even in cloudy weather. Blue Lizard Sunscreen, recommended by pharmacists and dermatologists nationwide. Our SPF 30-plus formulations use only the highest quality ingredients for broad spectrum protection. As a reminder to protect yourself, our bottle turns blue when UV light is present. Blue Lizard, we've got you covered.
Your life is always changing. You never know what shape it will take, or how your financial needs might change. But if we talk about your investments and how they can provide for you and your family, the future becomes clear. At Wells Fargo Advisors, we believe conversation leads to financial clarity. Let's start a conversation today.
We're back with the Tom Dover Sports Show. I'm not Rob Cole. Got to get him on, though, because he is my buddy, and we had dinner the other night, he and I and his lovely bride, and had a heck of a time. I always have fun with Cole, and so there he is on the screen. Wave at him, big dog. There you are, Rob Cole, park manager, Bays Mountain Park. We'll talk about the park coming up, but let's talk a little baseball. Pitchers and catchers report tomorrow and Wednesday for most of the teams Major League Baseball. It's here. Spring has sprung, at least we hope so. Outside, it's pretty warm here for this time of year. We'll take it. So everybody's kind of getting in the mood for Major League Baseball. And so the free agent market, hello to Kathy Sargent Sprung. Hello, young lady. Appreciate you watching the show. And she's now in the running to win this. Cole, this is what you need. Let me do this one more time. This is what you need. Mrs. Cole needs to win this for you. This Nature's Alchemy diffuser pendant. You can wear it a little hard around your neck. And then that comes right along with this, again, a sweet floral citrus scent. Look at right there. It's $40 value. When you watch the show today and say you like it, and share it, that's what we appreciate the most. And comment. Would you wear that? Would Mrs. Cole wear that, by the way, if you would win that?
You know, Mrs. Cole might wear that.
Oh, yeah. She's because you can put that, has these little pads in the back of this. You soak them in this oil and put them in those little holes that allow you to breathe. And so, hey, it's free.
It's got to be pleasant right there.
Yeah, it would be pleasant, yes. Yes. To be around Mr. Cole would be pleasant. Yes, it would be, yes. All right, we're going to talk Bays Mountain Park, talk a little NASCAR coming up in a minute. But, hey, NL Central, the Cubs really gave themselves a shot in the arm. 6 years, $126 million contract to Yu Darvish. Had 6 teams after this guy. Cubs get him over the weekend. That is huge for this team. So they now have the rotation. John Lester, Cal Kendricks, Jose Quintana, and Tyler Chatwood. They signed him earlier. Arrieta's gone. John Lackey probably headed for retirement. They go out and get Darvish. Again, 6-year, $126 million deal. That makes the Cubs real strong, real quick in the Central.
Yeah, I think it definitely. I mean, you got to look at the Cubs, and they're making moves. They're, their philosophy is, spend it now and reap the benefits for 5-6 years, and then by that time your farm system's built back up. And it's, sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. That's why they've been the Cubs over the years. They've not always been at the top. But Epstein certainly got a different pulse than they've had in a while, and you got to like his aggressiveness. If you're a Cubs fan, you got to like that move. For me, 6 years to commit to Yu Darvish is a lot, in my opinion. I think that's an oversign. But
at 31 years old too.
Yeah, and he's no doubt he's a strong pitcher. He's a strong addition to the club. He's got a pretty successful track record against the NL Central as a pitcher in the league, so you got to like that. Ed up Sandy for the Brewers and the Cardinals, and that if you're leading the Cubs, that's what you want. You want the other guys. You want to try to engage them into a situation where they're reacting, and we are. So looks like another gearing up for another big run for the Cubs, doesn't it?
Absolutely, looking strong. Would you look in the camera and say hello to Becky Hickenbottom up in West Virginia watching the show?
Hello, Becky.
There you go. Would you say hello to Brittany Carson in Jonesboro watching the show, please?
Absolutely. Hello, Brittany.
Would you say hello to Melissa Cole, who's watching the show, please?
Oh, I'd love to say hello to Melissa Cole. Hello,
Mama Cole was watching the show. Be his lovely bride. I tell you what, I spent some time around him. The old boy outpunted his coverage. I can tell you that. She is a sweetheart, Mrs. Cole, and so hello to Mama Cole, and we appreciate her and appreciate my good friend here, our buddy Rob. We're talking a little baseball here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We're live at Max Medicine Mart again on this Monday. Lincoln's birthday, Feb 12, of course. Also the birthday today of. Are you a fan of the Doobie Brothers? Do you like the Doobies?
Oh,
Michael McDonald's having a birthday today.
Oh, didn't know that.
66.
No kidding.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Birthday boy on this Monday, Feb 12. So.
Oh, yeah. I love Doobie Brothers, man. Grew up with that music.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Like me some Doobies. Goodness gracious. So, anyway, Cubs, again, cranking it up. So, spring training starts tomorrow and Wednesday as far as pitchers and catchers reporting. So, all right, Astros win it all. I guess you got to give them one. In your humble opinion, right now, spring training starting, still a lot of free agents out there that still haven't been picked up. J.D. Martinez, obviously Jake Arrieta still going to help somebody. Lance Lynn, Alex Cobb, some of these guys still not been picked. But if you had to start today, give me your top 3 teams, in your humble opinion, going to spring training in Major League Baseball.
Man, how do you not start that conversation with the Astros after what they just did? And they've only improved their team this offseason. Yankees, you look at their lineup. I understand they've got some concerns in the pitching department, but And, I love where the Yankees are headed. It's still, for me, it's still hard not to look at a team like the Cleveland Indians and think that team's not going to make another move. That's a good-looking team right there.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously Cubs and Dodgers, I think you have to think about in terms of maybe in that conversation of top three. I'll give you that's my 5 teams.
There you go.
I'll give you 5.
Give me 5. All right. I want to present you. I forgot about this. Mrs. Cole just sent me a little note that somebody's having a birthday today, and so, am I right?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
How old are you, dog? You don't tell me that you're 25 plus, but I'm going to, because I'm really a cheesy, geeky kind of guy, I'm going to sing happy birthday to you, and I'm going to give you this, right? This is your gift from me to you. I'm going to give Cole these champagne-flavored chocolates for his birthday because he's 25 plus today. So let's get this over with. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Robert Cole. Happy birthday to you. And many more. God, that was awful.
Oh,
yeah, that's
you're
why I
an
narrate
original
things.
Big T.
Oh, yeah.
Some
So here it
people
is.
Get the lady popping out of the cake. I get Big T standing up
Oh,
behind
yeah.
the pharmacy
6'5" geek singing to you. Can't call hogs. And on top of that, we'll give you champagne-flavored chocolates. So there you go.
Oh,
Happy
there you
birthday.
go.
That's my gift to you, Cole.
Nice.
There, you take that home to Mrs. Cole. You two can enjoy watching the Olympics tonight or whatever you're watching, the Three Stooges, whatever, and enjoying your
I
chocolates.
was
So.
worried he was going to give me the Cousin Eddie and give me the old, let me borrow $1 or $2 and then you get yourself something real nice.
Oh, we're talking to our buddy again, Rob Cole. We're from Bays Mountain Park. So we got the park talk about here in just a second. But a little NASCAR. How about it? You got Alex Bowman. This guy takes Dale Jr.'s seat. That was the big who's going to do it last year. Everybody said, Alex Bowman, he can't do it. And, of course, he hasn't done anything yet except he went out and got the pole for the Daytona 500, which is huge. But I think this bodes well for him and all the scuttlebutt we heard over the offseason. Some of the older drivers have kind of taken offense that it's like, hey, all we're hearing about these young bucks. Well, these young pups, whatever you want to call them. But here's a guy, virtually his first start. I want to make sure I got that right. I know it's the first time he's qualified with the Daytona 500. And so he sets on the pole along with Denny Hamlin.
Yeah.
I think that really sends a statement to everybody else in NASCAR for this guy. This is, make sure I get this right, Alex Bowman, his first official competition as a full-time driver. At Daytona, the guy goes out and sets on the pole, clocking a time at 195.644 miles per hour. Denny Hamlin in the front row, so I think that kind of sends out a statement, does it not?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it sounds like he kind of stood on that gas pedal and announced his presence right away, didn't he?
Big time.
People can say what they want to about his lack of experience. You're sitting on the front at Daytona, given the lack of passing up front that's taking place in the past 3 or 4 races. If he can stay there, who knows? It's got to be a nice confidence boost for a rookie, if you will, and one who's filling the seat of somebody as popular as Dale Jr. I like that move, and it sets up well. You got a veteran right beside of him that maybe has squawked a little bit about some of these young guns getting some of the press. Do something about it. Pass him.
You got it. Well, and here's the thing, too. One of the problems, we've talked about this several times, one of the problems with NASCAR, and they know it, they got to translate or move, for lack of a better term, the fan base from all these guys stepping away from the sport. So if the 88, he ain't junior, obviously, but if the 88, it's junior's number, can have any kind of success, that may help fill that void and keep some of the NASCAR Dale Jr. fans engaged in the sport and follow the 88 ride. No, it's not junior, but it's junior's car. And so that could be very big for him. It's that new Camaro, by the way, the ZL1. And so Denny Hamlin sits on the front row. The rest of the field will be determined on Thursday night with the Can-Am duel. So maybe we're ready to roll. We're 62 days away from the Food City 500. Yeah. So NASCAR's here, ready to roll.
Bring it.
Bring it, baby. It's Bristol, baby.
Bring it to Bristol. Bring it like the way racing ought to be, right?
Mm-hmm.
Under, on the short track, whether it's under the lights or not, a little bit tighter confines. Collar's getting a little bit stiff and hot. And I say bring it on. One thing they need is just clear-cut, honest, raw emotion competition, the kind of thing we see. And, if they want to compete with the ball and stick sports, let these boys, don't just tell them, let them have at it. Let them do what they got to do.
Take the gloves off and get after it.
It's an emotional sport.
Yeah.
It does no good to have a disingenuous tit for tat and on Twitter these days as they do, and then calm everything down. Everybody's hunky-dory when,
it ain't hunky-dory.
It's a little bit different.
Yeah.
I think one of the things that's made that sport as popular as it is because the emotions used to be real. They used to be raw. Now, you don't need people, throwing down on the infield the way they did at Daytona back in the 70s. But, if you're looking for a tinderbox moment of what launched NASCAR, it's the side of Cale Yarborough and Bobby Allison and Allison Brothers, period, whooping up on Yarborough and getting into it, and that made news on a weekend where people were sitting at home, snowbound, watching. All of a sudden, they're thrilled to death with it. Of course, here in the South, we've long liked our motorsports, and we still do. Man, there just aren't enough tracks like Bristol, are there? I mean, bottom line, you got your Bristol, you got Martinsville, Richmond to some degree. Dover is in that mix, I guess, to the lesser degree. Man, bring me more Bristols, baby.
No question, it's Bristol, baby. It's not just another race.
That's it.
It's Bristol, baby. Coming up 62 days. We're on the Rob Cole Bays Mountain Park. We're here live at Max Medicine Mart. So again, the NASCAR, the front row has been set. Now, what you don't want to do if you're those two guys is get out there between now and the Can-Am duels and crash, or in practice crash, and then you got to get to the back of the field. So it's all fine and good for now, but it is the kind of a precarious position because you do not, as I said, want to get into that situation where you wreck. But the Can-Am duels, of course, yesterday the clash, you had Penske, Kozlowski and Logano running 1 and 2, so that's got to be a big shot in the arm for them. Joe Gibbs was very strong. Of course, Rick Hendrick was extremely strong with Bowman sitting on the pole for the 500. So it's all good. Getting ready to go racing again this Sunday for the Great American Race, the 60th installment of the Daytona 500. Kurt Busch will be the defending champ of the race from a year ago. Rob Cole, Valentine's Day. What have we got going on up on the mountain? We got that. We got the planetarium. Got some spring hours right around the corner. So let's start. Give me an idea of what you would recommend for someone for Valentine's Day from Bays Mountain Park.
Well, you can always go the cute route and get a stuffed plush animal that it's always a little bit popular. Obviously, you get that along with a box of chocolates, and you're pretty well in there, aren't you?
For us, Forrest Gump, a box of chocolates, Jenny.
That's it. Exactly. You
Yeah.
never know what you're going to get.
You never know what you're going to get, exactly.
And that's always a safe move. Another idea is a park membership, a gift park membership. And, it's one that we typically don't think about. But, it's one of those things that you can enjoy together. Come up and see a planetarium show together, maybe walk around the park. We've got 40 miles worth of trails, or just do Lakeside Trail. Hold hands, be together, enjoy nature. Bike ride together. Maybe you've got health goals that you want to achieve together. A lot of different ways that you can go with a park membership, and of course still see the planetarium show. And so to me, I think that's probably the under the radar gift, if you will. And we have a few that do that. We'll see them come up today and tomorrow, and rest assured we'll see quite a few on Wednesday that'll come up and get a park membership. And it's a great gift, and I like to say again, it's that gift that keeps on giving all year long, Clark.
Yeah, Clark Griswold. We're talking to Rob Cole. Coming up, Dana Whiteside joins us talking NBA basketball. We're live here again at Max Medicine Mart. Also, Dr. Barry Walton will come in and kind of wrap up the show. Mrs. Cole said, "Thanks, Tom. That was great. Ha, 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 ha." So she enjoyed me singing and serenading her hubby and giving you some champagne-flavored chocolates. There you go, for my birthday buddy, Rob
So
Cole.
she's watching, huh?
Oh, I guess. So
boy.
it would appear to be so, yes. We're talking to Cole, so...
Don't tell me what she's got going on there.
Oh, she's cooking up something. It's your birthday. And she strikes me as kind of being sneaky, mischievous with that little grin on her face and liking to kind of fool you and kind of surprise you, keep you kind of off
balance.
Off balance a little bit. I can see that in her.
Yeah,
Mischievous.
She's
Yeah.
She's well, I don't know if she's watching. I better keep my thoughts to myself, but gonna be
make the day end good, Cole.
Well,
Keep your thoughts to yourself. Make it end good.
Yellow cake, no icing. Babe, yellow cake, no icing.
We're talking, please. You're doing that, please. We're talking to Rob Cole from Base Mountain Park. So again, we talked about the Valentine's Day gifts. There are some capital improvements coming. You got a kind of a game plan going forward to kind of spruce up the park a little bit. Tell me about it.
We're excited about this. It's we're first of all so very thankful to the City of Kingsport, BMA for making this possible for us. And make no mistake, it's the citizen support of Bays Mountain Park that makes these things possible. You look at Bays Mountain Park. It's a 46-year-old, now about to turn 47-year-old facility this coming May. So it's time to see some updates, some TLC, if you will. And we're about to hit a season here where a number of different things are going to happen, from upgrading our wastewater to repairing the dam, if you will. Some maintenance that's got to take place there. It's a 100-year-old dam, and we oftentimes forget about that when we think about the park itself. But the dam itself is officially 101 years old, so it's got some work coming to it. We just finished the pavilion at Lily Pad Cove, and what a beautiful facility it is. We'll be getting it online and open for public use at some point this spring. Picnic shelters will be getting a facelift. We'll begin to see new carpet put into the nature center, the lower level bathrooms renovated. We're undergoing a master plan process, if you will, for our animal habitats, for those to be redesigned. So there's some exciting things that are set to take place at the park and coming down the pike here that are going to put a fresh face, if you will, on the park. Going to help make that visitor experience meaningful and as rich as it can be, the way it was when we were growing up. We loved it. I loved it. We all have such fond memories of the park, and we want to continue that kind of impact. We want this generation and others behind them to have that kind of feel when they come to the park. We want them to love the park and have the kinds of memories we've created. So a lot of work to be done, no doubt. We'll obviously, and lastly, I want to mention additional parking, so that finally on a good warm weekend here during the warm season, come to the park. Hopefully we won't be turning anybody away. And as you well know, and you and I have discussed, there are times during the warm season on the weekends when we've had to do that, unfortunately, because we didn't have the park. And so really excited about what's about to take place. Again, thanks to the city. A lot of different folks have a hand in what's about to happen at the park, and tickled to death. We're honored to have the chance to do what we're about to do and take the park into the next generation.
Here you go. Real quick, you got 30 seconds. How many folks clicked the turnstiles last year? It's incredible what you told me the other night.
We're 220,000 people.
It's a lot of bodies at $5 a carload.
Yeah, we're hitting over 200,000 a year over the past 5 years, and that's steady attendance. And again, it's very humbling to know we're getting that kind of support here locally. And obviously, Visit Kingsport and the tourism folks are doing a great job getting the word out about us to the outside world as well. So we're thankful.
I would say outside of Bristol Motor Speedway, it's probably the largest attended facility, I would think, in the area. Over 200,000 every year. That's pretty strong.
Yeah, I think that's highly possible. And this is a team effort. When we think about tourism in the area, think about Bristol Motor Speedway. You think about what others are doing that brings business to Kingsport, sends business to Johnson City, Bristol. It's a team effort. We all win when these kinds of things happen. So we're just tickled to be a part of that. We're excited that Kingsport gives us that opportunity.
Happy birthday, big guy.
Thank you, bud.
Hours real quick, Bays Mountain right now?
Oh, yeah. We're in our winter hours, which means we are 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. until 5 p.m. on Sunday. Coming soon, though, like you mentioned earlier, those extended hours, and we're looking forward to that March 1st.
Yellow cake, white icing, is that what you said?
Yellow cake, no icing.
No icing. Yellow cake, no icing, Mrs. Cole, for the birthday boy.
She confirmed that? She has.
No, she's not. But she's
text.
probably grinning, thinking he's going to get chocolate cake and blue icing, and he's going to like it.
Rest assured, it'll be something she likes.
There you go. Appreciate you, big guy.
Hey, Big T. Appreciate you, bud.
Quick break. We'll be right back. We'll talk a little NBA basketball with our new correspondent with the NBA update. That'll be our buddy Dana Whiteside. Joins us coming up next year. We're live again at almost at Bays Mountain Park. We're live at Mike's Medicine Mart. We're working through show number 686 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show. At American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the 8 areas of your vehicle that takes constant continuing education is the air conditioner on your vehicle.
Well, you would think that AC would be a simple one, but it's getting to be a lot bigger than just AC. It's the management of the system, not just AC, but heat and everything. It's a lot more computer controlled than it used to be. It used to be just a little button on the dash that you pushed. Now there's all kinds of electronics involved in that. Braking systems used to be fairly simple. Now some of the newer vehicles, you have to have a computer to actually operate the braking system to make sure that it's okay after you've worked on it. Computer controlled of the engine is becoming very important. There's a lot to that. Each one of these areas, the technology has just tripled and quadrupled in the last few years. It's hard to keep up. You really need to stay in the books and know what's going on with them.
American Import and Auto Repair, Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111. Blue Lizard Australian sunscreen originated in Australia, where sunscreen standards are the strictest in the world. Although our products are now manufactured here in the U.S., we continue to adhere to the most stringent Australian standards to offer the best in broad-spectrum sun protection. Blue Lizard, the brand most recommended by pediatricians and dermatologists. Our smart bottle turns blue in the presence of UV rays, reminding you to cover up. You bring the sun, Blue Lizard brings the magic.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here are the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance. We follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and Done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400, your one and done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
Any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Over 10 to choose from. Perfect for having the gang over to watch the big game, birthday parties, church get-togethers, backyard gatherings, everything from fruit trays to garden salad trays to nuggets and chicken strip trays. And for the sweet tooth, try the cinnamon cluster or chocolate chunk cookie tray. So you see, any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A at the Crossings in North Johnson City.
We're back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. We're live at Mike's Medicine Mart in Kingsport tomorrow. Cherokee Barbershop. Wednesday we'll be at Chick-fil-A. Thursday, Champion Chevrolet. Then Friday we'll be at Food City in Boones Creek on a Food City Friday. Let's go to the phone. He's there. You see on the screen our buddy Dana Whiteside talking NBA basketball. Good afternoon, my good friend. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing, Mr. Tom?
Just fine, sir. I like it, Mr. Tom. That's what the kids say to me at the school when they go read. Mr. Tom. I like that. That's good. My man Dana. All right, let's jump in here and go. The NBA trade deadline was last Thursday. Who won, who benefited, and who didn't do so hot in the trading deadline of the NBA? What do you think?
Well, after what we saw yesterday, Sunday, with Cleveland and Boston in the big game they had, you obviously see that the Cavs turned their season around, thus far over the last couple of games with the moves. You know, you would say they upgraded by addition by subtraction, I would say. You know, they lose some big names, guys that had a lot of hardware on the shelves, and MVPs and players of the years and championships, but you come back with a lot more role players, so which looks like it fits better with LeBron. And then you look at a team like the Lakers. Mm-hmm. They freed up cap space with the moves they made with Cleveland. That opens it up for that team to be able to sign two big players, two big max contracts come this summer. So that opens the door up for them to pair up with their younger guys they've already got, to bring in maybe a LeBron, maybe a Paul George, or players of that magnitude. So I would think those two teams right now. Detroit also made some moves, bringing in Blake Griffin and moving some pieces around. So it's still kind of a wait and see until everything played itself out with about 25 to 30 games left for most teams. So a lot of questions still.
A lot of questions still. We're talking to Dana Whiteside again, our NBA correspondent. Does a great job. Glad to have him back in the saddle. We haven't had him on for a while. So Dan Gilbert and LeBron James, apparently the owner of the Cavaliers, may be at odds. Does this make things, as we all know, LeBron's a free agent after this season, making these roster changes at the trading deadline, does this encourage him, I guess, for lack of a better term? Does this make LeBron not look around, as maybe be more content to re-sign with the Cavaliers starting next year, or is he still think he's going to go out and shop himself? What do you think?
Well, I think it was great moves by Cleveland and their ownership and the general manager they have in place now, because, yes, you're doing two things. You're trying to prepare yourself in case LeBron leaves, versus like what happened years ago when he left for Miami. They were a dumpster fire. It was they just fell off a cliff really quick there, and it was, you know, the talent they had to surround around him wasn't. That was part of the reason why he decided to leave. He just felt like, you know, a heavy burden having to carry that team, and so he decided, as he said, take my talents to South Beach. But if you look at this time, you know, they've added a lot of youth and some guys that you can build off of, and obviously, you know, maybe some draft picks and things, and you might get something on a sign and trade with LeBron if he does walk. But then you also look at, we've surrounded you with a more athletic team, shooters, a little bit more high energy than what you had over the last 2 months of the season. That can entice him to go, maybe I can build with this. Maybe we can work something out. I think the telltale sign would be if they can get back to the finals to go against that machine that's on the West Coast called Golden State Warriors. If they can get back to that, that will go a long way of determining or showing LeBron this is where you need to be. This is where we want you to stay.
Talking to Dana Whiteside again, the NBA Update, doing a great job. Love having this guy on. He knows he's got his finger on the pulse of the National Basketball Association. So right now, let's see, as you said, 25, 30 games to go in the regular season. Playoffs kind of around the corner, not quite there yet, but we're about to make the turn and head down the home stretch. Give me let's start in the East, and we'll get to the Western in just a second. But in your humble opinion, Dana, give me the top 3 or 4 teams right now in the Eastern Conference of the NBA. Who do you think it is?
Well, I mean, if you look at the standings, you have Toronto. They've been there all year long, and Boston has just been back and forth, and Boston taking a little slip with the loss to Cleveland the other day, or yesterday, I should say. But, you know, there's a lot of talk that Gordon Hayward will be back, maybe by the end of the season or in the playoffs. But, you know, he's going to come off a lot of rust. I mean, you know, getting hurt opening night, you know, leg injury. But you got to wonder where he's going to be at that point in time. And then trying to, you know, mesh him back into what you've already got going on as a team. But, you know, Boston's going to be there. They have Kyrie. They have some of the other pieces there. You have a great coach that, you know, they've been near the top all season. And then there's Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know they had a tailspin that they had fell through over the last month or so with when they inserted Isaiah Thomas into the lineup. I don't know if that's actually what caused it, but it was just like something happened. I mean, you was on a 19-game winning streak at one point, and then now you're losing 9 out of the last 11, 12 games, and they're just big-time blowout games. So I think those 2-3 teams, you could see a team like Washington when they get John Wall back. It could also make some noise once playoff time comes. But I still, what I saw this weekend and looking at the pieces, I still think you have to put your money on LeBron. I mean, there's a reason why he's been in 7 straight finals.
Yeah.
And and until that guy's not coming out of his locker room with that jersey on and suiting it up, you gotta say they're the favorite.
We're talking to Dana White. I think you're exactly right. He is. I mean, the facts don't lie. The guy's been in 7 straight finals. That speaks volumes. And until further notice, it looked like they could be the team come back out of the East again. In the West, it's the juggernaut, they call it. The Golden State Warriors, the defending world champions, at 43-13. They got the Suns tonight at Golden State. Who's in the West that can give these guys any competition at all? Or are they clearly heads above everybody, not only in the West but in the NBA?
I really think they're just that good. I mean, we've seen, the records that they set, 2 years ago with wins, and that was without getting Kevin Durant, and they did fall short in the finals that year against Cleveland. But when you have the great talent shooters that you have with the likes of Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, Klay Thompson, and then you have the glue, the catalyst on that team that makes that engine go, I think, which is Draymond Green. He gives a team an identity, gives them toughness. He does a lot of the dirty work, and he plays the defense. And he's just that guy that you got to have on your team that gets everybody going. And I mean, he's very valuable to that team. And they've lost some of the role players. You still have Iguodala coming off the bench, and David West. So you still got a lot of talent there that's been through those trials, but you've got some younger pieces they've added to them. But I just don't see when you've got that many shooters, even if somebody has a bad night or maybe even a little tweak of an injury, you still got 2 or 3 other guys that can pick up the slack. Unlike most teams, they lose a big-time star, they're going to be in a world of hurt. And so, I mean, I just think that they're odds-on favorites in my book. Take it again. Houston is there, obviously, with James Harden and Chris Paul, and those guys. That they'll push them, but in a 7-game series, I just don't know that they've got enough firepower. And the knock on Coach D'Antoni is the defense. His defense is to outscore you, and that's one team that you're playing right in their hands. You're like, come on, let's do it. You want to try to outscore us? That's what we want to do. So I just think you're playing with fire with that one.
Before we let you go, we're talking to Dana Whiteside a little closer to home tonight. The Buccaneers of East Tennessee State trying to set a school record. They're going after their 17th straight win at UNC Greensboro. 7 o'clock tip-off tonight. And so the Bucs here in the Tri-Cities, man, what a season for Coach Forbes, because he says we want to set the record, yes, but we want to get to the big dance. And so not going to be easy, Dana Whiteside. Playing at UNC Greensboro, they're a red-hot team. They're currently second in the conference. The Bucs had to really fight and scrap to beat them by 10 early in the year at Freedom Hall, Johnson City. So this one should be a good game tonight, and it's not going to be easy for the Bucs to set that record. What do you think?
Oh, no. On the road, a conference rivalry game that, a team that you like you said, you had a real struggle with and had you was able to put them away and win by 10. And you got that target on your back. Everything now, they look at the Bucs, the undefeated season in the conference. This is it for them. They're zeroing in every team now from the rest of the season. The next couple of weeks, they're looking at them as this is the game. ETSU's coming to town, or we're coming to Johnson City. We're going to come out guns blazing, and we want to be the team that knocks them off their perch. Off the pedestal, being undefeated. It's whether USC Greensboro can eventually take over the number 1 slot, but that definitely is a task that the Bucs I believe, are up for. I mean, you look at what they've been able to accomplish. Coach Forbes has done a great job of rebuilding this program and the talent he's brought in, and they're just across the board. I mean, shooters, athleticism, the defense. It's just they're really fun to watch. Absolutely.
And so the Bucs, and of course, where you are in Knoxville, they're pretty pretty sky high about this Tennessee team. In fact, the bracketology came out earlier, and they said, the bracketology folks in the NCAA said if we started today, they would have Tennessee the number 4 seed out of the South. So obviously they're getting some national attention, as they should. Rick Barnes got them playing pretty good right now, the Tennessee men's team. They got beat on the road in Alabama over the weekend, but for all intents and purposes, Dana Whiteside, Tennessee men's basketball is really, I think, surprising some folks, obviously, because they're saying if they had to start today, a number 4 seed in the South, that's a nice little perch, lofty perch for the Tennessee men's basketball team.
Yes, it is. If you look at the preseason rankings for the SEC, out of 14 teams, they were preseason ranked 13th. And to come out and play like that, and they had some games that they feel, or a lot of people feel that they should have, handled and should have won the North Carolina game, the Auburn game, Arkansas. Those are some games they let slip that they probably feel they should have won. And I was looking at this last few games of the season, and a lot of people were like, "Whoa, they got to go to Kentucky, Rupp Arena there last Tuesday," and I was like, "That's the game." That's not the game I would circle that I think is going to be the question mark. And I saw the game going to Tuscaloosa. Usually Tennessee doesn't fare for too well down there on the road, and struggled over the years. So and Coach Avery Johnson, he's got a good team. They got a real good guard. Last name's Sexton, I believe his name, and so they took a big lump against the head there against, I would say, against Bama Saturday, but being in that position that they're still in and still right behind Auburn, I don't know that they'll catch them at the end of the season before to possibly get that number 1 seed as the SEC regular season champion, but a number 4 seed projected. But if you look at that projected region, my gracious, I mean, you got the likes of Virginia, Cincinnati, Michigan State, of course, Tennessee being in there, but then you got other teams such as Gonzaga and Kentucky. I mean, you would bring your A game every night. It won't be, even if being a top 4 seed, it's going to be I'd say that would be definitely one of the top regions, if not the toughest region to get to the Final Four this year.
Dana Whiteside, you're awesome, man. I'm so glad we got reconnected because this is very, very good. I can't thank you enough. You've added a lot to the show. You haven't been on for a while, but we're going to get you on a regular basis. And when you get up here to the Tri-Cities, we'll bring you over to one of these shows where we have food like at Chick-fil-A or at Phil's Dream Pit, and we'll feed you too. So great report, my friend. Again, stay dry and stay warm down in Knoxville, although the temperature is much more warmer now, so it's all good. So thank you, sir. Super job. I'll talk to you soon, all right?
All right. I appreciate you.
Man, that guy is good right there, folks. That dog can hunt. I like him. He did a great job. Dana Whiteside, again, talking NBA basketball, and we appreciate that very much. We are live here again at Max Medicine Mart. Dr. Barry Walton joins us coming up here. We'll do that right after you hear this about Elizabethton baseball right here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show Facebook page. I'm with head baseball coach Ryan, president of Elizabethton Cyclones, and coach, we're very excited, my friend. We're getting ready to double the coverage of Cyclone baseball this year. I'm very excited.
Yeah, I'm excited too. I think it's a big step for our program. We really believe that getting out there what our kids do and letting the community know what we're doing and what we're up to is very important. The weather can be bad in the spring, and it doesn't matter to us if the weather's bad. We're going to play. We've played in snow. We don't really care about that, but watching baseball in the snow is pretty tough. So I think it's a really good opportunity for our fans to keep up with us. And really, we've got a lot of fans that live in different states, and I think you saw that from the coverage last year. People in all different parts of the country and the world watching and listening to Cyclone baseball. So we're excited about the opportunity.
Absolutely. And, of course, it all starts March the 13th against Sullivan Central. We got some great games lined up. And, hey, this year we're taking out on the road doing some games. Most of the games at Twin Stadium, but we are going to be on the road this year, some big conference games too.
Absolutely. You look early on, us at East, we battled last year with East, and a lot of the same players back on both sides of the field this year. So we're going to be battling with the East early on, and game at Happy Valley, obviously big in-county rivalry. That's also a conference tilt for us, and then going on the road down to Smoky Stadium. We're going to be playing Pigeon Forge in Jefferson County. Jefferson County goes to the state tournament last year in 3A. We actually beat them last year, which was big for us, and just trying to expand what we're doing here with the program, and this is a big part of it, and we appreciate you coming on board.
Oh, absolutely. Love it, love it, love it. And, of course, it takes sponsorship to make it go. to drive the bus, if you will. And so
That's it.
you've lined up some great sponsors. Tell us some of the folks that are going to be helping out with the broadcast this year.
We're going to be headlined by Chick-fil-A. So they're going to be our headline sponsor for the season. Game night sponsors actually got Carter County Bank and Appalachian Community Federal Credit Union. Let's see, physical therapy services from here in town. Tri-Cities Health is a great little outfit over on the edge of town between Elizabeth and Johnson City. Just super folks. Blackburn Children's in Stegall over in Johnson City, and we've even got Elizabeth High School Fellowship of Christian Athletes is coming on board. We're really happy to partner with them. They do a lot of great things here in the community and in the school.
It all starts March 13th. Again, it's going to be the Sullivan Central Cougars, our first one. First pitch at 7 o'clock on March 13th. It'll be here before you know it. Coach, what's the phrase that pays? What are we supposed to say? Cyclone?
Cyclone pride, something to live by, Tom.
Cyclone pride, something to live by. We'll see you March 13th. Again, looking forward to bringing Cyclone baseball right here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show Facebook page. We're back with the Tom Taylor Sports Show. No, I'm not Dr. Barry Walton. Let's get him on the screen. He's a handsome rascal. That's what she says, his lovely bride. So, is it your birthday today? I've already sang to one person. Is today your birthday?
No, it's not.
No. He says,
well, thanks
if
for
it
asking.
If it is, I'm not going to let you sing to me anyway. Okay, I got you. He had that panic look like, no, you can't sing. And you're right. Dr. Barry Walton with us from Max Medicine Mart. Man, oh man, how about the Bucks? Of course, I know you're a big fan of the Buccaneers. I am as well. And they're going for the record tonight, 17 in a row, set a school record, and it's not going to be easy. They're playing the second-place team in the conference there. You got to know, you now played sports, you got to know the coaching staff of UNC Greensboro's got that splattered all over the bulletin board that the Bucks are coming, and they're going to try and set the record, all-time school record on our court tonight against our team, and we ain't going to let that happen.
Not only that, they've got the longest winning streak in the nation. So, I mean, they've got more bulletin board fodder than they have bulletin boards probably.
You got it. So, anyway, I'm going to do this. We'll do something a little different. I'm going to switch this camera around so you can look. How about that right there? I like that right there. Now I can look right in that camera and talk to me. So, our buddy Dr. Barry Walton. So, yeah, Coach Forbes done a phenomenal job, and there has been talk. Of course, it's way down the road. They've been talking about the March Madness, that if all the stars get aligned right, it could be really neat to have a East Tennessee State matchup. That's way down the road. A lot of what ifs got to happen, but that'd be pretty cool for this region to have those two play each other.
That definitely would, especially if it was in a regional that was semi-close to here, so that wouldn't involve a lot of traveling for either school.
Yeah.
And I know the NCAA tries to do that. That's probably one thing they do right. So good for them.
Yeah, I got a story today where the SEC commissioner, they got this gun law trying to get passed in Mississippi, and the commissioner of the Southeastern Conference has said if that goes through, he may tell the teams they don't have to go play football in Mississippi because if this bill is passed in the Mississippi legislature, it will allow folks to bring guns, carry firearms into football games. And he said there's that with alcohol and just emotions, and he said that's a recipe for disaster. But I thought that was a pretty strong statement to say you're not going to necessarily make you go play football in Mississippi if they pass this.
Yeah, I mean there's got to be a workable solution to that, I would think. So I think we've done all right without having those kind of things going on for years. So it's I don't see why they can't get something like that worked out.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. So here we go. It's Vanna White. It's the day of love. Grab some. I'm going to let you, I got the camera. I'm going to let you just start with whatever you want to promote here for Valentine's Day. There it is. Tell us about this product. It's kind of self-explanatory, but.
It is. You get a little fun little stuffed animal and a little heart-shaped chocolates. This right here is a sampler that has assorted chocolates in it, but it's a Whitman sampler, so stood the test of time, been around for years and years, and we do great with these things, and it's always appreciated. Who doesn't like a little stuffed animal?
Sure. So, little teddy bear with some hearts. Let's showcase this right here. This is what we're giving away. You can put that up on the camera, and let me see if I can get a little closer for you. Right. This is the diffuser. There we go. This is called the Nature's Alchemy diffuser pendant. So we're giving this thing away today. This item, $24.95. And then on the oil, I'm going to let you talk about this as well, the Now Essential Oils. This is called Romance Blend, and it goes, both of these, we're giving these away combined. It's a $40 value. When you share a comment about the show, and so that's something kind of neat just in time for Valentine's Day.
It is. It's a 24-inch pendant. Just goes around your neck, and then you get the benefits of smelling the Romance Blend all day long, and then when you go home, maybe your sweetie will take you out to eat, and y'all can have a nice romantic evening.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
It is the day of love.
It is the day of love. And so there's those little pads that they're right there. You can see where they break out, they're shaped in the heart, they put inside the pendant. You soak them in the oil, and of course you walk around and smell. In this case, it's a sweet floral citrus scent with the benefits of comforting and calming. These oils, you've been a big fan of these for years. These oils work, don't they?
Oh, they really do. We especially in the summer, we like to use like a lot of the peppermints and things like that because they're very cooling. And but there's lavender that's very relaxing. It's a lot of things. If you look at some of the medicinal products that we've had through the years, we have a lot of Epsom salts that people soak in. We have it with chamomile. We have it with lavender. Those are very relaxing. If you're in a bath with soaking up all that magnesium that's in the Epsom salts, it's a great way. We got a eucalyptus one that'll open up your head. All sorts of different oils that can do all sorts of different things. They have their special purpose, and we can help you out with that. The folks over in Good Food Grocery are masters at that stuff. There's already pre-made blends, and then we have a lot of folks that come in and want to make their own blends. So we try to help them with all of that. So a good little way of getting some benefit from what they call aromatherapy. So it's a very good thing.
Talking to Dr. Barry Walton from Max Medicine Mart. Let's grab another Valentine's show and tell. Just grab whatever you want, and there's one right there.
Absolutely. This is one of my favorites, the Millionaires. And I like those little candies with the nuts in them. Those are pretty good little things. And that's a 10.7 ounce heart-shaped box. And for less than $12, you can get out of here with that, and it's done very well.
There it is, $11.99. This is called Pang Burns of Texas Millionaires. That's another thought process. And then over here, almost forgot these. Let's get this one right here. How about the Willow Tree Angel? That's one that, there you go.
Right, especially this time of year. The Valentine's Day, those sweeties that are collectibles. A lot of folks collect the Willow Tree figurines, and this is one of the busiest dates we have as far as selling these things. This and Christmas. Folks will buy these for their honeys, and it's just something that's, I guess the beauty is in the simplicity. Really, it's just a great little thing to have around the house. You can look at that and kind of sometimes hard to keep from smiling. So it helps people and kind of just get through the day. And the little figurines that people collect, if you're a collector, those are things that are just really wonderful.
These retail for less than $40. This one's called Together. There's different sizes, and this one's a little bit taller than the first one we showed you, which is called Lots of Love. And this goes for, you can see it sparkles, the heart sparkles. Goes for $20. These available. You sell a lot of Willow Tree Angel figurines here at Max Medicine Mart.
It's so affordable that almost anybody can afford this. It doesn't break the bank, and you can, if you can put a smile on your significant other's face, then why not do it?
This is the Dancing Leaves mug. I'll pull this up closer. You can see this. This is something else for Valentine's Day available here at Max Medicine Mart. So it's not your typical pharmacy, obviously. Lots of gift-giving ideas, not just for Valentine's, but year-round. We were here for Christmas and showed you the same thing. This is a Dancing Leaves mug, a simple way to brew full-leaf teas and herbs. And so this is a great gift-giving idea. And as William said earlier, you just put your loose tea leaves in there right on the top of that little screen, and that's another nice little gift-giving idea. Let's see, I guess that may have, let's do one more of the Russell Stover assorted truffles, and then maybe some teas, and we'll get into flu shots.
Okay, yeah, the assorted truffles, if you can't find something that you like in here, then you're just not looking hard enough. These are really good little products, and of course Russell Stover candies, we've been there, I guess the place to get things from Russell Stover in Kingsport for years. And this is a really good, again, under $20, but it is a big box of candy. So there's 37 pieces in here. So that'll last you and me, Tom, a couple hours anyway.
Yeah, so, with a glass of milk, it wouldn't mean I'd go right there like a woodchuck going to do it.
It's got milk chocolate, white chocolate, and dark truffle centers. So all sorts of different kinds of things. Like I said, if you can't find something in here, you probably just don't like candy or chocolate. So this is one of the things that you can get here at Max Medicine Mart.
You got it. And also in the Good Food Grocery, they sell a lot of teas, or we sell a lot of teas. There's one called Get Heart. This one's herb tea for cardio health. I'll put that up there. And tell us about this product, would you please?
Absolutely, yeah. There's a lot of different herbs that are cardio protective and help support good heart health. This is one of them. Of course, this is February, which is Heart Month. appropriate since it is the month that contains Valentine's Day as well. So that's a good little tea. We've got this one that's called Get Passionate. Of course, for Valentine's Day, what more can you say?
There you
and
go.
For those of you that say that you don't like tea, I want to challenge you a little bit. We have one that's a strawberry chocolate tea. Folks really like that this time of year, and of course it can go well with just about anything. But if you don't like tea, I think this right here might change your mind a little bit. Strawberry chocolate is a good little tea, and got great flavor to it. Easy to make, and again, it's not going to break the bank. So you can come in here and get a lot of different things, and for a very reasonable price, and I can guarantee it's going to put a smile on your significant other's face.
Those are 36 tea bags too. They're not going to it's not a one-time thing. So, talking to Dr. Barry Walton, Max Medicine Mark, we'll be back here next Monday. We love coming over here. This has become one of my favorite stops. Love coming over, hanging out with the folks. And so, we talk candy, we talk Willow Tree angel figurines. Let's talk flu shot and the new shingles vaccination. Let's start with the flu. It's still out there. We got warmer temperatures right now here, but even if it stays warm, it looks like it's going through the next week. It's still good to get a flu shot, correct?
It is. It's and I'll be the first to tell you this is not a good match this year, but it does give you some protection. And we're noticing CDC has put out reports about the mortality and death rates from flu. The majority of the folks that have died from flu this year, and we've had several in our neck of the woods here, did not get the flu vaccine. So it does, if you do get the flu after you get the flu shot, it should be of lesser severity. And of course, the big thing is you'll still be kicking next year so that you can decide whether you want to get the flu shot next year too. So those are some of the things that just people need to think about. You're not doing it only for yourself either. It's the ones you come in contact with. If you have anybody in your family that's a little bit immunocompromised, an older person, a younger person, somebody that has some kind of autoimmune disease that they just can't fight off things like a person with the average immune system can, then this is certainly a way it's the number one way of helping prevent death and destruction basically from the flu. So we want to make sure that folks do realize that we still do have some of the flu shots left. We are out of the senior flu shots. We sold out of those. We reordered 3 times and went through all of those. So, but we do have some of the standard flu shots left, and you can come in, get those in a very short manner, and be on your way. And it takes about 2 weeks to get protected. Where we live in this area, our flu season will actually last until end of May. A lot of times we'll see, those April snow showers that come in. Sometimes they can be quite significant, but that kind of weather where you got maybe not the best weather in the world, but it's one of those things where you can get a little bit of protection and live to fight another day. So that's the deal with the flu shot. Again, if you have any questions about that, you can call us. Most times your insurance will pay for it. If you've already gotten a flu shot this year, a question I had earlier, do I need to get another one? No. There's no evidence that 2 shots is better than 1. Basically, if you've got the shot, then you're as protected as you're going to be from this year's vaccine because the strains are the same. So that's one of the things that folks have asked about, and that's our answer. That's a question I've actually asked to a member of the ACIP, the Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices, and that was his answer. If you've got 1 shot, you're protected the whole season as much as you're going to be. So those are some of the things to think about as far as the flu shot goes.
Talking to Dr. Barry Walton of Max Medicine Mart. We're here for a few more minutes. Tomorrow will be at Cherokee Barbershop. We'll be back here next Monday. Can't wait. I'm already excited about coming back over here. I love coming and hanging out with he and the kids. And young lady right here, her name is?
Mandy.
We keep trying to get Mandy on the show, and she keeps saying, probably not. So she said, maybe next Monday. Well, she doesn't know we're going to be here next Monday.
There you go. That's right.
She made us talk herself into it. And so she and Cody and everybody here does a great job, and we certainly appreciate the hard work and the proof's in the pudding because this is, building relationships. That's what this is all about. And so on a first-name basis, and when you come in here, once you're in the first time, then they immediately kind of figure out who you are and talk to you, and you become family then, right?
Absolutely. We do our best to learn our folks' names, learn their families, learn their history, so that we can make sure that when we offer them something, that it's going to be of value to them. That's really the trick of getting to know people. And you're right, Tom. Those relationships are so important. It's one of my big peeves, I guess, with the insurance industry. A lot of times, at the first of the year, you'll get different places, different insurance companies telling you where you should go and where you shouldn't go. Well, that not only is almost un-American in my book. That's the beauty about America. You can go and do business with whoever you want to go do business with. But also it destroys that pharmacist-patient relationship. If we've been waiting on you and helping you out with your health for 10 years, and all of a sudden you go somewhere else. So those folks are not going to know your history. They're not going to know all your allergies. Hopefully you'll have it written down so you can tell them everything. But, we've got things that we've, on some folks that we've been accumulating information and data on and their allergies for over 25 years. So this is something that, you just don't walk into another place and all of a sudden they know all that stuff. So that's one of the beauties, I think, of having a relationship with your pharmacist and a pharmacy like Max Medicine Mart. And we were also talking to Tom a minute ago about the shingles vaccine. And there has been a shingles vaccine out for years. It was called Zostavax. And it was a live vaccine. And it was billed originally as 1 shot per lifetime. And they did some post-marketing surveillance on it and found out that now, after 4 years, the effectiveness of that shingles vaccine is only about 50%, which is better than nothing, but it's still not as good as we wanted it to be. GlaxoSmithKline has come out with a new vaccine. It's called Shingrix, Shingrix. It is a 2-shot series. It's not a live vaccine, but if you got 1 shot today, then in 2 to 6 months, you'd get your 2nd shot. And then after 4 years, you're going to still be over 90% affected or protected against shingles. So it's a significant improvement. And I've already had my first shot on that. I'm now in that waiting period to get to the 2 to 6 month window where I can take my 2nd shot. But I'm excited about that. That's going to be the next big vaccination opportunity for folks to take care of themselves and protect themselves from shingles. As you know, Tom, we've talked about this before. I have seen people that come in here with shingles that look like they've absolutely been mugged or run over by a vehicle or something. I mean, it is awful. The pain, they will tell you, people that have had shingles and have had cancer, they'll tell you the shingles pain is much worse than the cancer pain. It's things you just don't think about. But the sensitivity of the nerves can be so incredible that even having a sheet on you when you're sleeping can be too much. It's overstimulating. And it's just, you don't get a good night's sleep. You don't feel well. You get to be cranky because you don't feel well and you're not sleeping. So those are some of the reasons why you might want to get that shingle vaccine. And if you don't want to get that shingle vaccine, you might want to listen to your loved ones because they'll probably tell you that you'll need to get that shingles vaccine. I've told this story before, Tom. The first person I gave the shingles vaccine to was my mother because I told her, I said, Mom, I said, you're hard enough, when everything's going right. You can just imagine what it's going to be like if you come down with shingles too. So God bless her. She's a sweetheart, but
she's a crackerjack, what she is.
She is a crackerjack.
Oh, love her to death.
But that's just one of the reasons why you might want to consider getting the shingles vaccine. It's something that your insurance companies, some of them are not paying for it yet. The manufacturer, GlaxoSmithKline, says after the first quarter of this year, then it should be a lot more folks covering it. But most of the insurance companies right now are covering it, but there's still 1 or 2 that are lagging behind. But they should come on board in the next 30 to 90 days.
Here's my buddy Brian Curd watching from Revma Media. Hello, Brian Curd. Glad you're watching. Appreciate you very much. Again, we're live here at Max Medicine Mart, getting ready to wind this thing down. But again, natural factors. Before we let you go, 20% off. I love this because you've got been looking. As I was looking at it before we went on there, folic acid, CoQ10, apple cider vinegar capsules. Is that for weight loss, apple cider vinegar?
It can be used for that. Sure can be.
B12, I'm just went around and arbitrarily grabbed some of these. Easy Iron, niacin tablets, vitamin C, calcium, stress relax, tranquil sleep chewables, all these under the Natural Factors brand. So every month at Max Medicine Mart, there's a different supplement. No coupons, no limits. It's a flat 20% off anytime you buy Natural Factors the month of February here at Max Medicine Mart. So theoretically, and I know people who do this, hello, Mary Ellen Malone in West Virginia watching the show. You can come in here right now, for example, and buy something. Natural Factors, come back in 2 hours. It's 20% off. Come back in 3 days. So there is no coupon. We're not checking the gate.
Right.
You come in, it's a flat 20%, right?
And you don't have to come in with a big wallet full of papers. We're going to just take it off right there at the register. So it's very convenient, and it is some of the great products that people might not think about. You talk about tranquil sleep and stuff like that. The beauty about these things is it can actually do what it says it does, and it's not addictive. That's become really a big mantra for this area of the country. Our opioid addiction problem, and also our benzodiazepines, things like Valium, Klonopin, Xanax. Those are all things that as we get older we do not need to be on. It increases your risk of falling, and of course your risk of falling can also increase your risk of broken bones, broken hips. You're looking at joint replacement, all sorts of things that can really decrease your quality of life. So the best thing you can do is try to avoid that in the first place, and that's what we're really looking for. This is a great way of taking care of your health before you get in a situation that you really don't want to find yourself in. And these are some of the tools that we have here that can help you get a good night's sleep, reduce your levels of anxiety, and do so with really a good way of doing things without the addictiveness of some of the products that require a prescription.
Kathy Sargent Sprung is our winner. How about that? Winner chicken dinner. So there you go.
Chicken dinner.
Look in that camera and say hello to my buddy. I went to high school with her, Mary Ellen Malone in Charleston, West Virginia.
Hello, Mary Ellen Monroe. Malone.
I'm Malone.
Sorry. Mary Ellen Malone.
It's hard. I never do say it right. Every time I say it, she says you don't say it right. Mary Ellen Malone.
Okay.
From Charleston, West Virginia.
Come on down and see us.
There you go. Come on down to God's country. Although I got to say, West Virginia, that's my home state. It is God's country up there too.
Beautiful area up there.
Oh yes, where's Appalachia, man? I don't know why anybody want to live anywhere else in the world than Appalachia, from West Virginia
and
down
we even
to
pronounce it right. So that's
Appalachia.
Yeah,
I love when these national sports guys go deep in the heart of Appalachia.
Yeah.
So, Cowboy, it's Appalachia. Get it right.
I cringe every time.
Oh yes. So Kathy Sargent Sprung is the winner of the $40 gift we give away here today, and we love it. Now, before I let you go, let's go back to sports real quick. First-year Florida coach during National Signing Day got a little dig in at the Georgia Bulldogs. He said, and I quote, "Listen, winning one SEC championship game doesn't make you a dominant program." You know what I'm saying? He said, 2 of the last 3 years, we at Mississippi State, or we in Florida, I should say, have been to the SEC championship game. So even a blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while, which was a shot, of course, at the Georgia Bulldogs, who got their first SEC East title since 2012. So, even in the off season, it doesn't stop. They're still finger pointing and still getting digs. And so we really haven't said a whole lot about your Alabama Crimson Tide. I thought, being once again, there's a West Virginia boy, old Nick Saban, but I thought, this guy's textbook. You can hate the guy, and a lot of people do, but you got to respect him for what he does. You may not like his methodology, you may not like his results, but the bottom line is, if he's not the greatest, he's one of the greatest football coaches of all time. Has to be.
He is. I mean, again, and I understand, is the relationship between opposing coaches, and it looks like the Florida situation. Looks like Mullen's trying to go back to the Steve Spurrier days as far as, except at digging at Tennessee, now he's digging at Georgia, but you always dig at whoever's on top.
That's it.
So, when Spurrier was digging at Tennessee, it was because that was his biggest threat. So that's the way to look at that. Mullen's biggest threat right now is Georgia because they won last year. And they've got a lot of folks coming back. They're going to lose a lot of folks, but they got a lot of folks coming back, and they had a great recruiting class. Alabama has consistently had one of the top recruiting classes in the last 5 or 6 years. This year was a little bit less so, but that's what happens when you lose your coordinators all the time to go into other schools to coach. So, the Saban tree, Saban came out of the Belichick tree. Luckily, I don't think he really got onto all the cheating that Belichick does. But,
I knew that was coming.
Yeah, Nick's got a good little system down there. He's got what he calls the process, and it obviously works. The kids that stay in that, not only do they do well in college, they seem to graduate at a decent rate, and they also, if they're looking to go into the next level, they're well prepared for that. So it's just been, a lot of folks may not remember, but the NFL Rookie of the Year, Alvin Kamara, who was a Tennessee player, was originally signed by Nick Saban. So if you can imagine, if Alvin Kamara had been at Alabama, I guarantee you he would have gotten more carries at Alabama than he would have than he did at Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
He would have been better utilized. But the bottom line is, these are the types of players that it takes to make these programs work. And Nick's doing a good job, and I've got great faith in Pruitt. I'm looking forward to Tennessee getting back to where they were, back in the 90s and the 2000s when they were competing on a national level. So we want to make sure that continues.
Mary Ellen says, but he sure is cute. There you go. Look at his face turn red. So, Dr. Walton,
thank
there
you,
you
Mary
go.
Ellen.
There you go.
That's awesome.
There you go. From up in West Virginia, see? They know a good-looking fellow when they see one.
I
So does your
that.
wife.
Well, that's the reason I grow the beard. They say the more I can cover my face, the better off I am. So,
Yes.
But no, I really do appreciate that. That was awful nice.
And in closing, you're the reason I got this long hair because, what was 2-3 years ago, we did you double dog dare me to grow my hair for Locks for Love.
Yeah.
You have since cut yours off.
I have.
Found at my age it grows a little slower than I wanted it to, but.
Likewise.
Yeah, but it's for a great cause. PanteneBeautifulLinks.com is what I'm growing it for, and I don't know. I kind of like it. It's kind of grown on me.
There you go. Just to get some clarification on that, I did start out doing it for Locks of Love, but found out that they actually sell the wigs to patients that need it, like cancer patients and cancer survivors. Pantene's Beautiful Lens gives the wigs to them, and since it didn't cost me anything but a little bit of extra shampoo to take care of this hair for about a couple of years, I figured I would give it to an organization that was just giving those to people that were in need. So I felt more comfortable on a personal level doing it that way. But anybody that can help these folks, when you have cancer, you got enough to worry about. You don't need to be self-conscious of not having any hair. And this is one way that I could chip in and do my part.
Last thing, you're open 7 days a week. What are the hours, my friend?
Tom, Monday through Friday, we're here from 8 in the morning until 7 in the evening. Saturdays, 8 till 6, and Sundays, 1 to 5. So for all your healthcare needs or your Valentine's needs, make tracks to Max.
Check them out on Facebook at Mike's Medicine Mart. Good stuff. We'll see you next Monday.
Looking forward to it, Tom.
Oh, yeah,
as always.
that's good. There you go. Say hello, or actually say goodbye to Mary Ellen now, please.
Goodbye, Mary Ellen Malone. Like to see you someday. I'll be here.
There you go, Dr. Barry Walton, Mike's Medicine Mart. Make tracks to Mike's, and we appreciate him very much. And again, that's going to wrap it up in a great show. Kathy Sargent Sprung is our winner. We appreciate her very, very much being our winner for, again, she wins the $40, as we said, the $40 diffuser, and that's really, really cool. And so congratulations to her again, winning the Kathy Sargent Sprung, winning it. And so you're welcome, Mary Ellen. Thank you for watching the show. You could be doing anything else, but you're watching the show, and I appreciate that very, very much, more than you know. And everybody else watching the show, thank you. I know you're busy this time of day, and so thank you. You have a great afternoon too, young lady. So you could be doing a lot of other things. Of course, we like and share it, and we archive it. You can go back and watch it at your discretion. So the show's always uploaded as soon as the show's over, and you can go back and watch it whenever you'd like. I want to say thanks to our guests when we get out of here. Kelly Essler, the Milligan College swim coach. Thanks to her. Rob Cole from Bays Mountain Park. Dana Whiteside blew it out of the water with that NBA update. Great job, sir. Also, William Yarber and Dr. Barry Walton from Max Medicine Mart. So we're going to wrap up show number 686 and head on out of here. Rejoining you tomorrow. We're going to be live at Cherokee Barbershop, hanging out with my man they call the Gator Man. Then we'll come right back on Wednesday, be at Chick-fil-A, The Crossings in North Johnson City. Thursday we'll be at Champion Chevrolet. And on Friday we'll be at Food City in Boones Creek on a Food City Friday. We're out of time. We sincerely thank you for yours. Again, show number 686 in the book. And again, our verse of the day out of the book of Psalms says, "Wait on me. I will show you my ways. I will teach you my paths. I will lead you in truth. I am the God of your salvation." That is awesome, and that is our verse of the day as we dedicate our show to the man who hung on the cross. Unashamedly, this is his show. It'll go as far as he wants it to go, and as I said, we're wrapping up because of him. He gets all the credit and the glory. We're wrapping up show number 686. We'll see you tomorrow again from the Cherokee Barbershop, the Gator Man in South Johnson City. Until then, as always, from Max Medicine Mart, we'll greet you tomorrow at 11 o'clock. From the Cherokee Barbershop, we'll tell you as always, win or lose, be a good sport. Thanks for watching show number 686 of the Tom Daly Sports Show. So long, everybody.